says the Abba, MaKaaMaKa. Entertainment and sports, oh, MaKaaMaKa. I say politics, MaKaaMaKa. Royal Black Jesus. Assembly Safwa, Bia Assembly Puno, Sanepi Adekami, Ekome Yakotokumi, Ekome Yamisegbe, you want love fake hanye, MaKaaMaKa. Royal Black Jesus, the Abba, MaKaaMaKa. All the trending issues, MaKaaMaKa. I say politics, MaKaaMaKa. Entertainment and sports, MaKaaMaKa. RBJ Diaba, where you full from cry. Asemi Safwa, yeah, Asemi Puno. Sasemino ba, yeah, dear, yeah, Becca. Send your Betino, Sabape na ye Beccano. MaKaaMaKa, Akasane Quetewo. What by you no ni one na jeno na ke. What by you no ni one na jeno na ke. Say your politics RBJ Becca, or Becca, a sponsor. RBJ Becca, or Becca, entertainment to her. RBJ Becca, or Becca, trending issues. RBJ Becca, or Becca. MaKaaMaKa, yeah, Diaba, oh, yeah, Becca. MaKaaMaKa, yeah, Diaba.
What's up, people? It's your boy Royal Black Jesus, aka RBJ. You know what time is it? It's Thursday. It's Sunday. I'm sorry. It's Sunday. I don't know why I'm thinking it's Thursday, but it's Sunday, and you know what time is? You know when Sunday comes, it's all about MaKaaMaKa. Today we're gonna talk about issues with the trend in Ghana, issues with they pop all over, and we'll talk about it. We'll digest it, and we're gonna put our one or twos in there. My team is ready. Q the Queen, that is the superstar of this group, and the political guru, that is Alfred Amozu, is ready. So I'll bring them in, and then we'll find out what's going on and things like that. Check about their health and things like that. For me, this last week, when they come, I'll talk about what happened to me last week. But I'm glad I'm here and I'm fine. I'm looking good. I'm wearing Odino special. I mean, when you're looking for some authentic African wear that is classic, check on Odino design. He's the guy to actually rub shoulders with when it comes to design and putting the African out there. So let me bring my guest, my team in. That is Q the Queen,
Hello.
and Alfred Amozu.
Hello.
Hello.
How are all our viewers doing? And Cutie Queen, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just I almost slept, right?
I hope not.
I was messing up. I was just sitting down there, trying to take a chill pill. All of a sudden, the movie has me tongue.
Wow. But and don't go too much because you don't go too much. Now, as show no are slow. Now, let make we start with our week. I mean, Kidukin, how was your week? Alfred, how was your week? I know it's been busy and things like that. Family, kids, school. I mean, you might be brave. I'll start with me. For the past some time, even though I haven't told you the team, then I just want to get an answer first. And I realized that there is some pain down here on somewhere in my abdomen or something like that. Into na me sugar crap. But thank God, yeah, I mean, almost year rounds, checkup, whatever. I went to the hospital and did all that good stuff. New year, no, almost see BBI okay. I think say aging, no, nipa year old, didn't know. Sometimes, no, we have to check on things like that. And I think that with that, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm looking fresh. I'm looking good. Like I said, no, I'm wearing Odinu design. This is African print. This is now it's classic made, well tapered and things like that. It's up design beer and as up beer. You want to look sharp. You want to look put the African print out there. No, this is the guy you want to rub shoulders with. And media, no. I had a good time. I had a good time with my kids. We went around, drive around, eat some ice cream and things like that. I mean, it's amazing. The weather is, I mean, Chicago, Hanum, no one say you call winter, ni cold, ni yamantino. As at this time, no, the weather is nice, and it's nice for family out and things like that. But at the same time, no, remember, I say the COVID is still hanging around. It's not going nowhere. So let's practice the 6 feet distance. We should practice it, and then we all will be safe for. I mean, to fight this very dangerous disease. That is mine. Queen and Alfred, how was your week?
Yeah, my week has been amazing. I'm still on my 6 weeks training. I should be done very soon. 2 more weeks to go. It's been back and forth, but it's been okay. Like you said, the COVID is still around, so we're just trying to stay safe and protect ourselves. And we're just keeping it going. That's all I have to say.
All right, Alfred.
Yeah, Black. My week was good. Long, but actually good. Long because I had a couple of things going on. We had lunch. We had actually inaugurated the executives of One Voter Group, which I'm part of. I'm one of the executives, in fact. This Friday was our inauguration, and I had to help in the background put some things together. So that had consumed majority of my week. But we went through that; it went fine. And then also, of course, the Easter activities, and of course, we have little ones too. So I've been hanging with them, keeping them busy, buying things for them that they wanted for Easter, and etc. etc. So yeah, it's been a long week, but I'm glad it's all coming to an end, and we are getting ready to start a new one. But we couldn't do that unless we come here and actually share some of the trending issues with one of the up and coming influencers in the community. I'm talking about you, Jesus, and also our lady, Cutie Queen. Before we start the next week. So I'm actually happy to be here to listen to all the developments and things that happened last week, and see how we plan for the week ahead of us. So let's get it started, Black.
All right, people. Like Alfred said, no. Me there's someone name. Bro, for them, shut and Papa Biantin, you're kind of broken. You're kind of giddy. The good thing today, something happened today, and when you jeep
Mm,
sometimes people start from boys to men,
mm,
and
yep.
then I'm about to start the show with the team, and then from nowhere a call came in, video call,
Yeah.
and guess what, my friends? Guess what?
What? What happened?
When we were boys, we were hanging out and we were doing what
Mm-hmm.
boys do. And then
Mm-hmm.
I got a call, and it's my boys that are men now, and it's just amazing. Over years, I haven't seen them. Years,
Oh,
years,
wow.
years, and I mean, within 5 minutes ago, this is the best thing that have happened to me.
Wow.
I've seen Stonash, Issa, Ronaldo, Ali. Oh man, I mean, this is good. And I actually send them the link, so they are watching us live. As time goes
Oh,
on, I'll keep on giving them shout out and things like that. But I am happy to see my friends from
mm,
old days or old school, that we are
mm-hmm.
boys at that time, and now we are men. Everybody have grown so well, doing well.
Mm.
I mean, and I'm happy. I am so happy. I am so happy.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Queen, what is going on now? I mean, if we don't have anything to, chit chat or something like that, what what's next? What's the big deal now?
There is a lot going on in Ghana. There's a lot going on in Africa. There's a lot going on in the world. I mean, a lot, a lot, a lot. Never be brave air custom. But yeah, the associate studio and the fa story edi kan entumwe na your viewers and so enya bibi and start and discuss it and sana ya commercial break.
Mm,
Yeah, well, this lady, a friend no Coco no oye juma ewo TV3. It came up yesterday that I think she was fired. I didn't want to put it that way. I was looking for a nice words to use, but the words are not coming. So she was fired from TV3 yesterday. because of a video that she actually posted. You know, I think she was actually showing a little bit of nudity, and the employer felt offended by the video. For what reason, I don't know. We can go take a look at that video, and then when we come back, we will discuss and then go on commercial break and just have our popcorns ready.
Mind there for me. Put it on my bare body.
Wow.
Love it in the yellow heat. Separate the soul and spirit from body. Yeah, you take me heavily. 2117, my head is.
And the one underneath it is the one that she's actually crying. So just if you want to play it again, that'll be great.
Okay. So we'll play the video again.
Then
Right.
I was like, gosh, my show was like being put on hold. Like according to my contract, like at least I'm supposed to get like some 2 weeks notice or something, but I just feel like it had to be like done impromptu because I feel is the laundry video I posted.
Being my dad, that everybody say liar, liar, liar. Let us see me and you. Everything will consign you, consign me. Psychiatry, they cannot delete my. Let us see me and you.
I think that's the end of the video.
All right.
So basically, what's going on is that she was crying because apparently she got fired from her job because of the video that she posted, and you know, people were talking about it on social media. Other people said that whatever she do on her private page has got nothing to do with the employer, and other people are saying that okay, in order for say ungu employers you know, they have to fire you, you know, in order also for them to save their name. So that's what is going on. I don't know what you guys think. We're gonna take your opinion, and then when I will finish up my opinion before we take a commercial break.
I definitely think that first of all, I believe once a juma bi wo ho
Mm-hmm.
a juma bi wo ho na o take you if you take that job and that's of you employ into certain company, there's the rules and regulations and things like that. One I'm sure no.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I don't know the position that she's holding. You know, yes, your private life is your private life, but at the same time, no, remember, say, you've acquired some department in a certain space. That department reflects you.
Right.
I hope I'm making sense. So,
Absolutely.
So if you are showing those things now, automatically, no, because of people doesn't know, if you are showing those things now, automatically, no, it's let me rephrase it this. Let's say I work at Nordstrom's, right?
Right.
And if I go out there, I still have to represent Nordstrom's.
Exactly.
You understand? So
Right.
if I do something silly out there and it doesn't go with Nordstrom's, no matter what, no matter how is my private issue, Krana, Nordstrom can take some things out of it and say, listen, I say, who family you went out there and do something silly, and your family is a well-known family now. I mean, your family members didn't do it, but it was you. But guess what? Your family take that shot as well. And you know, I think say what the company did, no, they are right in some way, they are not, but that maybe that's their policy and things like that. So I personally believe say, they should what they did, no, I don't know. What company is that? Is it
TV3?
TV3.
Yeah.
So she's more into the media space. Wow, I'm channel, and I don't know what department she's handling or whatever. What is she a Newcastle?
She's actually a host of one of their evening shows. One of their shows.
One of their evening shows. I mean, it's all part of showbiz. And I don't know why they should do that. And because I don't know the policy that they have at TV3. But say that show that maybe a showbiz that platform, or she handles a showbiz platform and not bisa. I don't see anything wrong with that, because the same way, maybe that's the way she built herself to get followers that will follow her show, or will see her show or something like that. And I don't know. There's a very gray area. I thought say, or a lawyer be an or a doctor be an say BBC and so maybe or government or some governmental position be an
Oh
but
no,
so your TV
no.
host and not bisa. I really don't see how is a big deal. You know, I don't know. I mean, my 2 cents is say maybe the policy that TV3 carries, it doesn't allow people of it doesn't allow people to do certain things on I don't know, but I personally believe say showbiz in quantity or your TV personnel, there's nothing wrong with that, for real. There's nothing wrong with that, but hey, who am I?
I know, right? So, Alfred, what do you think? This is a lady, a host of TV3 show, one of their shows on TV3. Thought that she could go nude. For some reason, for what reason, best known to her. But I think she has a background where I think she's been diagnosed with bipolar. I forgot to say that from the beginning. So you think that is playing a role in this, or she's just trying to be herself, or what do you think about this whole video?
Yeah, so Kitty Queen, so the first thing is, I'm not sure whether she intends to have this in public. So again, the way we live in now, we are taking a lot of videos and snapping a lot of things and sharing with friends. And you just have to remember that anytime you take any picture or video and you press send to anybody, just think of it as sending it to the rest of the world. So I always, tell people that as far as news are concerned, it doesn't matter what you do. Do not do that. I mean, you don't want it to get out there. If it gets out there, it's going to be a problem. If you think your nude getting out there is going to be a problem, then just don't send it to anybody. And that's how I live. But I also think that regardless of what job you have, right? Just the nude way is not the way to go. I know people do it to be popular. People do it to get attention, but it's just not the best thing to do. It's not the best thing to do. Imagine that when you are hosting your show, right? People can get that picture of you naked out of their mind. And it distracts from what I'm sure TV3 stands for. It distracts from so many things. Even distract from your talents, which I think is what actually got her to TV3. So in some way, I sympathize with her, but the nude is just a no-no. I advise that people shouldn't take nude videos, and if you happen to take one, just don't share it with anybody. It should be for your private time. But once you share it and it gets out there, these are the consequences, and I'm sure she's gonna learn her lessons. But hopefully, TV3 will reconsider and bring her back, because as I see the video, it's bad, but it's not the worst I've seen.
Right. Absolutely. I think I agree with you guys, because it may be and you have to put some decency, to that job, and bringing out this video, and Alfred, I forgot to tell you, she actually posted it on her page. So it wasn't like she actually took it and sent it to somebody. She actually posted it on her page. So she should have known what job she's into, and she should have known best not to put this type of things. Like you said, it's not like all nude. However, when you are a host, you need to be presentable. People need to respect you in order for them to watch your show. So I think that is a no-no. And just like you said, TV3 have to, reconsider this, try to bring her back, and then probably warn her or something like that, and just forget about the whole thing. Yeah. So I agree with you guys. Absolutely. Yep. So, Black, let's take a short commercial break, and then we will come with our next story. I know our viewers are, anxious to know more, but I just want them to grab their popcorn so that we will keep the ball rolling.
All right.
Good afternoon, Yamime. Achomi Nila Telai, aka Sterling. Yefane, meantime, I'm trying to adafifio. COVID neba ne, elako ni eba egbemewa. Ewo face mask na ke wo sani wo. She wana ake ka owo face mask ke chefio egbla otue ehan otue se shambo ewo ehan ni mepi anya wo keche na mejio she woke no kombajara na emi ni wo ba ho anye na ba anye han owo face mask ke de lebi ka shi gbeke na eche yo tue ewo ni ene hu aka wo otue se akenmo kon se oku ese ne ba kan ne ke face mask ba blale ne ba momi abo bo ba nyo wo lebi ka shi gbeke no jie ni onye una ila na eko ewo ene ni wo ke mbajara na emi na ele wo ba ho anye ko ta wholesale price alo ba fan no ya ho wo ye habo ko ta no ba ji o ba hele 11 wo ye habo wo number ni obanyo na wo ye no ne 0244 255 193 ko twawo efe no yo obanyo wo ke ba no ba ho habo no wo fe wo ya jowo because ila gbonyo ni neba gbe wo wo san wo fe wo fo wo ya fa ba wo nye you are don ketuebo.
All right, people. I have Queen, myself, and Alfred Amozu there. We bring you this amazing a show. When you come on the page, make sure you share the page. We are all over. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. So share the page. Let's millions see what we are doing here on Trend Africa TV. Empress, are you still there with me? I am coming. I know. And production, no, boom me rough. All right, Empress, I see you. To be honest, Empress, you are looking so beautiful with your kente. You always put some African touch to it every time. You are not like Alfred.
She's looking exquisite.
Thank you, my handsome and honorable two gentlemen.
All right. So what do we have next, Queen?
All right, so we're gonna move straight to Nigeria, and then of course, Nigeria.
Mm.
Yeah, one of say, obi edene mame, obi ekuni mame, eternity just for money rituals. It's black. Yeah, show video. No, yeah, but we will discuss. Is it okay, for somebody to use their mother for rituals just because of money? Let's go and watch it. We shall be back.
Wow.
See this nonsense, stupidity, I don't know what you call it. Because of money, kill your mama, because of money. So if you can't make the money now, who you want to impress with the money? God, oh, this boy now, you evil devil self. No, if you do this way you do, you dey more than devil. How you go kill your own mama? Mama will carry you for 9 months. Can't still cut her hair. You cut the head, come out. Upon all the advice, upon all the many things where they happen, where people they advise on her with. Upon all the things one and the year, you kill your own mama. You kill your own mama just to make money. God. I'm angry in my spirit right now. Yes, I'm gonna share this video because some idiots day now we be say as I talk to you now, they don't hear word. They want to do the same thing. Yes, I'm gonna share this video. Now you are the talk to you where they watch me. So after you don't watch this video finish, make sure say you share the video. Share this video. Let some idiots day we need to wise. Okay, your mama come on here because you want to make money. Okay, if you can't make the money now, don't ask you before. Wait till who you want to impress with the money now. Who you want to impress with the money? You want to go carry babe, one flex for club. They go, this boy na devil. This boy na devil. I'm gonna share this video. Share the video. People need to see things. People need to know what they go on for this world. I'm angry now, right? As I did at the verse.
All right. So it looks like, or it seems like we know where the video is heading and things like that. Alfred, what's your intake on that?
Man, this is just sad, and it angers me at the same time. And I hope he doesn't even get that money that he actually went to go get. Things like this. I mean, oh my God, it just. I can't imagine. This guy. I just can't imagine how he will look in the mother's face and decide, to take the
Yeah.
extra step of, just killing her just to go get money. It's just sad,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It angers me, to be honest. This
Yeah.
type of things, when I see them, I just get angry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Very
don't know.
sad.
I agree.
Yeah, it's very sad.
It's very sad, but I always say um there is a saying that I keep on saying. I always say there's this thing say there is always there's bad kids. I mean, people are born
Mm-hmm.
bad. There's
Mm.
people who are just born bad, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what. At the end, no, there's some of them that will change, but most of
Mm-hmm.
them that are really born bad, at the end, no, you see them acting this way, or you see them in jail, and they don't belong to live among human beings and things like that. And
Mm.
it's very sad. I mean, this is sad. It's very sad. And these are some of the things that I keep saying. Say
Mm-hmm.
pressure now amount for Eddie more who social media no is
Mm.
very very unnecessary for real,
Mm-hmm.
because they see what their mentors and things like that doing, and they feel said
Mm-hmm.
they have to do the same thing, and then if they
Right.
don't have the means, somebody tell them, oh, you can do this and get money, and then they will follow. And I make I say,
Right.
these superstars, and I said these celebrities now, they have followers that they are making so much impact in the community. They should
Mm.
fuse in a lot of positive things than trying to show off and trying to let people feel like that's the way and things like that. Yes, maybe with
Mm-hmm.
you that's the way, but
Mm-hmm.
and your be our follow and answer visa no have that what you have. They will
Yeah.
find a way to trying to be like you.
Yeah.
I urge all these celebrities they should um they should use their platform to educate more of their followers than just
Mm.
showing off cars and houses and things
Mm.
like that. No, and sometimes no, it's good to do that, a share in
Mm.
crime, but at the
Mm.
same time, no, know how to do it, because
Right.
and your have that mindset that you have, and I say you have, it's sad. It's sad. This is very sad for a boy
Mm.
to kill his own mother. No, very,
That's
very,
intense.
very sad. Very
Mm.
sad. And I hope say
Mm.
the law will deal with him, and he should be taken out completely from human being. I mean, out of the community and put him somewhere where the animals live. Yeah.
Yep. 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 I think I agree with you guys. And there is something that I always have in my head. Oh, there's a crampona. Use your body parts, your own body parts. If you are a man, use your manhood. That's fine. It will be something that you will learn from it. If you are a man or if you're a woman that you want to do it, use your body parts. Nobody is against you, trying to look for money. But why would you use your mother? That is a no-no. Your mother that gave birth to you, that is a sin. Because the Bible says that we should obey our parents in the Lord. And we should honor our fathers and mothers as well. So, why would you do this? Such a disgraceful act. I mean, nobody will back this thing up. I know everybody will condemn it if they see this video, and that is exactly what we are doing here. If you are out there listening to us, if you are a young guy, a young woman, if you want to go for money rituals or whatever, go ahead and try your body parts. Okay, try your body parts first. If you love it, then you can go ahead and try other people, because this is a no-no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Really, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, definitely. If they want to do this, it makes sense
Yeah.
for them to try their body parts, right? And if it works, then they can continue. But yeah, like you said, Black, I agree. This guy needs to be buried in jail. This guy
yeah.
should never see the day of the sun ever again. It's just it angers me, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah,
It's very, very nasty.
yeah.
And not even killing her alone, no. Was I trying to account? So the woman is demoted. You know, it's crazy.
I mean, that's the you see, a conscious. Did I say it right?
Is it hanging?
That is the rule that they gave him to do. Say on trinity now on
Oh,
vanity.
Apantre. Okay.
Aquantre. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
aquantre they give to him. But I think it happened in Nigeria, and in Nigeria,
Yeah.
but Ghana cry happy with her. This is the life that we are, Africans are living now. Because in Pennyfor Braino, to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
in Pennyfor no to Jimmy, and I'm not gonna say Sebi. There is Sebi
Mm-hmm.
nowhere because Jimmy ebata omakuma ho, and I say yin by force. Because if they are writing better business and putting the Ghana the country first, and can they'll go to school and then they will be working and making some change here and there. One of them channel. America now they make us say Ghana, even university graduates are not making money. They are not getting jobs and things like that.
Yeah.
How come then excuse me. Then high school dropout and I said bibi anase obi a wawie high school benya adwuma ye ebi nti osa but America ha no obi okọ high school etumi eye adwuma I mean the highest education in high school pay but he can work and live comfortable. Wow. Nti nyama say ni America so be hu say yakokotro bi tea for real trust ni sama no yenti bi da we have our own problems and things like that here whereby people will be shooting and things like that. But some who say because of poverty, you go and kill somebody to go and do rituals and things like that. Instead of whom you appreciate that,
Yeah.
because the country is well put together in the sense that they are writing, they think of their citizens. Akwala recently, me cousin, small cousin, 18 years old, the first job, or near Juma or school. I mean, kakra, then not or how to save and things like that. She's growing, she's getting to know herself and things like that. But Ghana no, you need bisa, and we won't penny obia we Jimmy because beginning there's no foundation that prep you to see the real world. One I'm channel. We are not just saying this just to say this, but we need some change in Ghana. I mean, say obi wo ha we school. It's a job have to be flourished everywhere. Say penifon say penifon crown amount me if the government cannot create jobs now, individuals no they are creating jobs but they cannot pay their workers in a sense say nyama din too much. Oh, nyama bibia din nyama din too much. So they cannot create jobs for their citizens. In penifon no omu jimmy too much. If they can lay better measures masa any obia no person call ye nipa bonini any obia no person ye cool be for rituals ni nyama. And then we are pleading to our leaders say they should write better business for our country, our citizens, our young ones to start working and then they'll see how it is to I mean when you get yourself into the real life, when you get married and all these things now, then life will become more kakra. And to me, I still blame our leaders. Said they are not writing better business for us. They should write better business and think. They have to think about the mere Ghanaian that walks on the street in Ghana and I say in Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, what I want to add up is, the Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 22, I say we should train up a child the way he should go, and when he grows, he will not depart from it. And I'm just pleading to the parents out there because I have a similar story that came in today from Ghana, which we're gonna talk about. Two kids, right? 18 and 19 years. I almost want a 10-year-old kid. Okay, just this morning it happened in Kasua. So I'm just entreating this parents. They should train their kid. Across I will start with, and I always say this. America has said there is no way, and I'm not saying America is super good or whatever, but there is no way at the age of 3 or 4, 5 who was on any parents and that it's never gonna happen. You get what I'm saying? So there are
Right.
certain things. All what I'm saying about this age, bracket is Akrano Odi from the age of 6 months going 1 year now. Oh, who be we parents think say okay, be Akrano nimshe or that's so you're young, whatever. But everything that goes on, Akrano nim. I know kids 1 year, they know each and every color that exists in this world. Oh, we say what color is this? They'll be able to tell you. And the kid is just a year. So what makes you think, say, whatever goes on, the kid don't know? So let's start training our kids from the infancy age, as little as one. Let's start training them, differentiating between the good and evil, teaching them what is right and wrong, and when they grow, just like the Bible says, they will never depart from it. But if we wait for them to get to like 10 years, 5 years, whatever years are, they've already grown. They've picked up bad habits already. At the age of 10, 12, going, peer pressure will start setting in. But if we teach, like I said I think it was last week, my mom used to go to Nigeria, okay, to bring lace and shoes and bags and whatever. But my mom would never give me any to wear until I was ready to pay with my money. I thought my mom was wicked, but my mom was training me. I came to America very young. I've been able to, excel, go to school, make life, So let's let the parents also let's teach the kids, the way they should go. Let's start training them. Let's start enforcing some rules and some laws into them. Let's teach them what is right and what is wrong. Let's teach them not to jealous anybody. Let's teach them how to be content, with whatever they have. And we will not be seeing all these things going on, in our countries.
Yep. Mommy, what can you know? I sorry, dear. You become one same later. Ooh, Bible. Me just something saying the common sense. I'm a big time common sense family member. As you know, your kind idea, Bible more common sense, and it applies to our common sense, guidelines, I support you on that one. It makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Alfred
Black,
has something.
Black, I also think you brought something out that I wanted us to push on a little bit, which is pressure. The pressure now is so much said
huge.
on Facebook, Instagram, what have you, Snapchat. It's just crazy that people are not living real lives. So you see all these fancy things that people show, and you also want some, right? It doesn't mean you should, do all these crazy things. I mean, work hard, make your money. Matter of fact, take your time, work at your own level, right? So I just think the pressure is too much. The pressure is too much, and people should just believe, that certain things are just for the internet, right? Certain lifestyles that you see, that is just on the internet. Go and see the person when they wake up in the morning. We all wake up with stink breath. We all wake up, we all go to the bathroom and do our thing. So it's just too much pressure out there, and that is driving our youth to commit barbaric acts like this. I can imagine, not only being carried by this woman for 9 months, but also feeding on her breast for years after you come out of the stomach, just for you to turn around and harm the same person because you want to satisfy some pressure that you find on Instagram. It's just ridiculous.
Right.
Alfred, you are right. And once said people are living. Once said last, I think that many Queen now did that in common. So social media itself, no, or with the social media now, abano. It's a whole different country. The social media is a whole different. I'm not the country, but it's a whole different universe. Another is a whole different. It's another planet. Now we struggle to find a fit in there.
Right.
But people are living too much fake life.
Right.
Too much fake life. Their own nibino. If you don't have it, don't push it. I mean, there's videos. I mean, people are making content about things. A lot of videos like that. That people are living. People live on Facebook like. I mean, they are fake, totally fake. But
Absolutely.
if you let that be fake put pressure on you on social media, that means you want sana pressure no also know you are sick in the head. That means you don't even know yourself.
Mm.
You understand? Because
Right.
I can see a lot of people on social media doing certain things, and you feel say, oh, unyanka eyewu, and you
Mhm.
want to na want to mean yeah, no, anka
Exactly.
eyewu anka ubetibia. So we have to we have to understand certain things, because
Mm-hmm.
recently, I mean, like I said, I have a friend who
Mm-hmm.
owns he owns a car dealership, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
luxury car dealership, Rolls Royce, Bentley, just name
Mm-hmm.
it. And I
Right.
can go there. He's my friend. The CEO, the owner, is my friend. I can go
Mm-hmm.
there and drive some of the cars and things like that, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how cool we are. We can drive.
Right.
I can drive some of the cars and things like that. Uber feels like media. I can take pictures and take videos and do all that crazy stuff. Not me the pressure. Ma obia or bonte. I mean, it doesn't make sense. That is my life. That is
Exactly.
the way I want to do my social media. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, life. But people are so weak in the head, and I mean, to try to force themselves to be somebody, or trying to be like, oh, madam for way I want the way
Mm-hmm.
then now
Right.
I mean, you're putting unnecessary pressure.
Yeah.
Unnecessary pressure. It doesn't make sense. Social media
Mhm.
is a whole continent with its own different people and things like that. But we
Right.
have to know, we have to be in our lane. Let's dance our own type of drum. Let's dance to the drums that we are beating, not somebody's
Right.
drum. Internet no one
Right.
person catch social media for. You see me
Right.
wearing these things to Maya. Me no biao. You see me just there. Maybe I love fashion and I love certain things. Maybe I'm a show so. But and yes, I'm
Mm-hmm.
the Nanti Bonti. I don't work like that. I mean, I'm a hustler. I'm going to hustle.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
on the show, no, you see me dressed like this. No, that doesn't mean say that be training kutrayem. I'm telling you
Yep.
plain. So the pressure that social media is giving people, no, they should be very careful.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is my take on that. It's sad, but mommy, um,
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you. I agree with you, Pa. I'm reading some of the comments, and people are actually loving the show.
mm,
From Doreen, she says, "I am loving this show," and she also says that societal pressure. So it means they are agreeing with everything that we are saying, and they are actually not approving what the video that we actually watched. Right now, it's very bizarre, and this shouldn't happen anywhere. Youth out there, just like my brother say, let's cut our coats according to our shirt. That's
that's right.
that's all I can say for now. Yep, let's cut our coats according to our shirt. Let's take our commercial break, and then when we come, Alfred will take us through the politics. Let's know what's going on in Ghana, across, and then I love politics too, so that I can.
Before that, we'll take a quick commercial break. I see some of my amazing friends back in the days, and like I told you, Ali Ronaldo is on the lock watching me from uh Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
I mean, that is Holland. He lives all the way in Holland watching me. I have
Mhm.
Mackenzie, um one of the leaders when it comes to the Ghana base and things like that. He also lives in
Mhm.
England, somewhere in England. So Charlie, big up to all of you guys. Please, please, please share the page, share the page, because we want to. I mean, we want, even though this is more like a fun look or a fun type of conversational, we still I mean, there's a lot of advice in there that people can, like, especially like this very video that we talk about it. And if you have something that you wanted to put across, you can send your comment as well, and we will read your comment. From next week, we will try, and I mean, our phone lines will be open, and then you can call in and then share your views as well. And mobile page that mon share. Can you page and share? I mean, I speak Gan, I speak Tree, a little bit of Awuza and things like that. So we are all over. I mean, this is the show that we're trying to bring everybody to be part of it. So when you come, share the page. Let's hit 2,000. Let's hit like 2,000 today. Today, our numbers are looking good. We are in the thousands and things like that. Let's keep pushing. Share the page, share the page. Let's make it happen. So big up to all of you guys that are watching us. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, yes, the political guru, that's Alfred Amuzu. On there, when they come about politics, they cry. He doesn't take side. He cut it like, never before. On there, the blade, no, yeah. Both sides are, sharp. Into whichever way you stand, no, a bit trow.
Hey, Black, they hype me. I see.
MaKaaMaKa. Royal Black says Diaba. MaKaaMaKa. Entertainment and sports. MaKaaMaKa. I say politics. MaKaaMaKa. Royal Black says.
All right. This is a quick commercial break. That's MaKaaMaKa political show is on right now, and Alfred is the guy. Mommy, you have something to ask Alfred before we start this political show?
Oh, as for Alfred, yeah, me know what, like a chain talk of this, I know. So we will fight behind the scenes.
All right, Alfred, the ball is in your court right now. Tell us what is going on in Ghana and what can we do to survive? Alfred, your mic is mute.
Yes, I just realized that. Black, thanks for the intro and all the hype you gave me. And Cutie Queen, all I can say is you've already hooked me up with some energy drinks. So I appreciate that. We got to find some time to promote your business.
Yes, Alfred, that's a good one. I'm so glad that you bring this up. That energy drink is the thing. This is organic.
I don't know if you can see it, but I'm actually drinking, my second can.
Wow.
Okay, bring it back a little bit so we can see.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
There you go. So I think I'll get the picture and then post it in during the production. So I'll do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, so we have to find a way to promote Cutie Queen's business on this platform. Okay, so Black, I have 3 stories that I'm going to share with you, and one of them I have a video for. It's a 5-minute long video. Please bear with me. What we are going to do is we are going to play this video, and once we finish playing, I want to ask this question. I want to ask whether who the person we are going to hear about is actually a criminal or a government official, and if that person is a government official, Cutie Queen and Black Jesus. After the video, I want to ask you whether you would vote to approve such a person.
Point of correction. My name is not Black Jesus. My name is Royal Black Jesus.
Royal Black Jesus.
Thank you.
Well done. So I keep dropping the Royal out. Yeah, so Black, the 3 topics I have for you would be looking at the approval of Mr. Ofori-Atta, who is the Minister of Finance of Ghana. We will watch a video on that. Then we would also discuss briefly Ghana Eurobond. Ghana just issued a $3 billion Eurobond. We would talk about that. There's a portion of that Eurobond that is 0 coupon, and there are other portions that are attracted about 7.5 all the way through 8.6% coupon. And of course, the plan is that by the end of 2021, Ghana will actually be going for another Eurobond, which will be about, I think, 2 billion or so, making a total of 5 billion. That is the plan. We've already gone for the 3 billion. It was oversubscribed. We will look at this video. We'll look at the. We'll talk about that after we come back from the video. But those are the things that are table. Well, the third one, which I didn't tell you about now, is going to be Biden's proposed America jobs plan. So Biden is proposing a $2 trillion American jobs plan, and the focus of that plan is going to be infrastructure. So we'll look at that too. But let's first of all look at this video and see if, in fact, if this was you who's hiring a person, and here are the things said about the person, would you still continue to hire that person, or would you not hire that person? When we finish that video, we'll come back and talk about what you think. So let's take a look at that video.
Okay.
beg to second the motion for the approval of the President's nominee, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, as Minister Designate for Finance. And Mr. Speaker, in doing so, as you may recall, our side on the Appointments Committee requested for some other information relative of Ken Ofori-Atta as Minister for Finance. We have accordingly recommended that he be approved by consensus. But Mr. Speaker, it does not mean that we are satisfied with his performance as Finance Minister. He probably will go and bear the brunt of his mismanagement of the Ghanaian economy in the last 4 years. He will bear the brunt of his inability to reconcile his fiscal data. He will bear the brunt for not providing enough details of how much the Bank of Ghana financed the government of Ghana in the 2020 period. We will demand for more information on this matter because we are convinced that he is in breach of the law, in breach of the Bank of Ghana Act, in breach of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, and in breach of the Public Financial Management Act. He came to Parliament for just 10 billion, but by his own answers, Mr. Speaker, as captured in the committee report, he could relate to 22 billion. Where did he get authorization to get 22 billion from the Bank of Ghana for purpose of government financing? Mr. Speaker, he is also on record to have been known as Mackenzie and Company Limited, and he is paying them 1.5 million per quarter. Mr. Speaker, Chair, you know you are the chairman of our committee. A very important matter was brought up, and we demand, and Mr. Speaker, first, he has brought a letter dated 29 May 2021, and Mr. Speaker, it has this to say. The Ministry of Finance has engaged with the chairman of PIA, Professor Kwame Adum-Frimpong, for a meeting on Wednesday, 7th April 2021 to reconcile outstanding issues. An amount of 2.4 billion Ghana cedis of oil still remains a mystery. We need to resolve the puzzle and find adequate and satisfactory explanations as to the whereabouts of this money in order that we justify optimum and prudent use of our oil resources as a country. His fiscal, he is not reporting fiscal deficit as a percentage of GDP because he doesn't want us to censor him under the Fiscal Responsibility Act. So, Mr. Speaker, we are particular about the PIAC report. He must submit a report to this August House as to the outcome of his engagement with the reconciliation of this PIAC matter. On Agepa, he intimated that he will be lack. We are not convinced that we need to scrutinize our mineral resources for purpose of borrowing, particularly that in the 2020 period, some 230 million was realized as windfall from royalties from our mineral resources. Mr. Speaker, he spoke about establishment of a national bank. We think that he must capitalize the National Investment Bank and capitalize the Agricultural Development Bank, ADB, so that they can play their functional role. We also think that, Mr. Speaker, in the allocation of the District Assembly Common Fund, he must respect the Supreme Court ruling on Kodo versus Attorney General and others in ensuring that 5%, indeed 5% of total revenue is allocated for that particular purpose. Mr. Speaker, as I've indicated, we think he has created a mess as Finance Minister and he must carry the cost as Finance Minister. I'd like to second the motion. Thank you.
At the conclusion of the debate, the question is, all in favor of the motion, say aye. All against, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried.
Black. So there you have it. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so there you have it, Black. This minister, the person was reading out Those things in the video you heard was Haruna Idris. So Haruna is the minority leader in parliament. Here is Haruna listing a litany of rules and laws that the Minister of Finance has violated. He talked about the fact that the Minister of Finance couldn't reconcile the fiscals. In other words, he's not accounting for the monies we are, spending, the monies we are generating. He's not properly accounting for that. He also says that funding from Bank of Ghana, which the Parliament gave him authority to get 10 billion from Bank of Ghana, but he went and got 22 billion. So the question is, where did he get authorization for the extra amount that he got? That is in violation of the Bank of Ghana Act. You talk about the fact that he's not even reporting some of our debts as part of per GDP the way it's supposed to be. Usually we will calculate or we'll take all our debts and see what percentage of GDP that would cover. He's not reporting that he's taking some debt out, like the energy sector debt. He will talk about the financial sector cleanup debt and keeping them outside. He's doing that so that our debt to GDP ratio wouldn't be more than the 5%, which is required by law. The law says that anytime we go beyond 5%, that the Minister of Finance should actually be held responsible, because we're going to be going above 5% of our debt will be, because our deficit was going to exceed our was going to be more than 5% of GDP if he added the financial sector cleanup costs or the energy sector cleanup. He keep those things out, because if he disclosed those things, it means he's in violation of the law, which would have caused him or caused Parliament to actually want to sanction him. The other thing they talked about was our petroleum revenue, the petroleum money that we get. Part of that petroleum money is supposed to be given to, is supposed to be used to support the budget. And when it goes to support the budget, there are specific things that they are supposed to use that for. So far, they've been sending that money to, the ABFA, which is how it's, the fund that they use it to support the budget. The money has been sitting in that account and has not been used. So far, since 2017 till now, there are funds that were allocated for projects like, school blocks, like things that we need in Ghana, up to the tune of 2.4 billion cedis that hasn't been used. And when he was asked about it, I think last week I was talking about that, when he was asked about it, he doesn't know whether it's actually 2.4. He says he will work with the Public Investment and Accountability Committee or so, which is the PIAC, who actually released the report. They are the oversight board. They actually make sure that our petroleum revenue is being used the way it's supposed to be used, or is being used in according to the Petroleum Revenue Management Act. Now, Oforiata is not even sure whether that amount they are calling is correct. He's saying they are going to work to see if they can meet at a happy medium. What is a happy medium when we've given you money from our petroleum revenue and say, use it for ABC? Have you used it for ABC or not? It's a simple question. It shouldn't be a matter that we have to work out to get at a happy medium. I'm saying this to say that after listing all these things, Kiri Queen, would you approve this person as your Minister of Finance?
No. It's a simple no, because when he was actually when they were voting, were they voting to bring him like as a minister, or they were voting him out? Because at a point I was like, does this person understand what he's reading? Because I think at the end he was like, oh, I support the motion. So I was like, is he not understanding what he's reading, or I don't know, but no, it's a no for me. No.
Okay, so let me ask Royal Black Jesus, would this be somebody you would approve as the Minister of Finance based on the things you've heard?
So the question is, did Ghana approve him?
Yeah, you heard at the end of the video where those who support,
they say yeah. So that tells you 80% of Ghanaian leaders are corrupt.
Right. So yeah,
for
go
me
ahead.
it's no, but hey, Ghana approve it, so it's complete no for me, but Ghana approve it.
Yeah. So
that tells you, Alfred, you being the political guy, you guys have to start knocking on with not a soft knock no more. This time, hard knock with no excuses. I mean, because this is not right. Like I said,
Right.
these people have to write better business so that we can be comfortable. We don't want to be rich. America here, there's a lot of people who are not poor, but they are comfortable, and they are not rich, but they are comfortable. We just want to be
Right.
comfortable as citizens, and that's it. But these leaders that we have, they are so corrupt, they are thieves, they are writing business in their own pocket and lavishing with their family. They don't think
Right.
about the mere Ghanaian. For me, you know where I stand already.
Right.
I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. All the leaders that we have in Ghana, they are all corrupt and thieves.
Not all of them. I wouldn't go that far. But
Okay, if you said not all of them, I always say
yeah.
that if we have 100 people and 80 is corrupt and 20 is not, are we corrupt or not?
We are corrupt.
Thank
We are
you.
corrupt. Yeah,
So,
Black. So this is the same minister who owns Data Bank before he became a minister, and when we wanted to take our gold royalties and securitize them, he was the one who he was the one behind all that transaction, bringing people from Data Bank to help advise the Ministry of Finance, hiring a company to hire all these other. That was the company I was complaining about. Now, remember, this gold royalties actually gave us, from what Haruna was saying, the gold royalties actually gave us $200 million just last year. And we are trying to give it away so we can get 1 billion now and forgo the 200 million for the next 15 years. And if you do the math, it doesn't even make any sense. But, he says he's still going to bring this transaction back for discussion. And so, the parliamentarians are saying they are waiting for that to happen. They are waiting for him to answer all the questions that they've asked, that he said he's going to provide answer. For instance, he said he was going to meet on April 7th with PIAC to resolve the issue of the $200 million that the 2.4 billion that they can find or they haven't used in the ABFA. For the last 4 years, he has not been releasing ABFA utilization. ABFA is the amount for budget support that we actually give every year from the petroleum revenue. He has not given an account for a single year of how he actually used that money. And we are seeing that some of the monies that were supposed to be even given to the Ghana Investment Promotion, which is an organization that Ghana uses to form PPPs, partnerships with other organizations to build infrastructure in Ghana. For instance, when you look at the airport terminal 3, right, that was Ghana deciding to invest in building part of our airport in partnership with private, the private sector. And that has yielded, we spent about $30 million or so in that. And that has so far yielded about $3 billion or so for the first year in operation. So we are saying that we encourage that type of huge infrastructure projects that government would invest its money in and invite private sector to also invest in and see how we can develop our country. But here is the case: the seed fund that goes into the Ghana Investment Promotion Center is not being given to them, and this money has been allocated from our oil revenue. So these are all outstanding questions that we thought the Minister of Finance would answer before he was approved, but he got approved. Because he was approved, there was a member of parliament called, I don't know if you remember his name, you remember him, but his name is Ablakwa, Sami Ablakwa.
Yeah.
Okujeto Ablakwa was the one who asked about this PIAC report. He was under the impression that some of these results or questions they've asked the minister would be answered before the approval happens. But that didn't happen. NDC apparently took a consensus decision at the party headquarters that, they should approve the minister so that the president can have his minister and go and, of course, issue the Eurobond, because at the time they were also on the road trying to get Eurobond, etc., etc. So the NDC thought, well, the president wants his minister, let's give it to him. He's messed the economy up. He has to be in the place so he can answer to the questions that were raised during the but again, Sami, who is also part of the NDC, disagreed with his party, and for that reason, he resigned from the appointment committee. He thought there were so many people who were brought through the appointment committee this year to be vetted and, approved for ministers, and there were questions, firm questions that were asked. And that those people, some of them, like the Minister of Finance we are discussing, answer those questions are asked, we shouldn't be approving such a person, to lead our country. This is a person who, the understanding is, he's put a stronger hold on the banking sector. He's taken all his friends that he worked with at Data Bank and placed them in strategic position. Some of them are on the board of Bank of Ghana. Some of them are in very strategic positions where nothing happened in the banking sector without his hands in it. And we thought this is, and the question was being asked that this almost feels like some kind of a state capture. There are all kinds of other banks there, but you alone cannot have so much influence in the system. Right. So, this kind of is something we are going to talk about today on the Ghana Agenda. I'm bringing the NDC's Deputy Communication Officer all the way from Accra, and he'll be talking to me. Yeah, his name is Godwin Akogan. Godwin will be on my show today, and he will be talking to me about some of the things happening in the NDC, because the grassroots of the NDC is trying to understand why is it that they've elected 137 members of parliament to represent them, almost equal equal to what the MPP also have. MPP has 137, NDC have 137, and we have one independent. They've done so that the NDC can provide a counter position themselves to counter whatever the government will bring to parliament that the minority disagrees with. Example, when the government brings a nominee who has been found to have violated so many laws under the books of Ghana, that such nominees at least would be thoroughly vetted and, if possible, voted against. But here is the case. We are cooperating with the majority to give a consensus approval to nominees who have been said to have been in violation of our law, or people who we are accusing of violating our law. So it is tough for people in the grassroots, and they're asking all kinds of questions. Now, NDC Central is saying, NDC at the headquarters level is saying that people should come down, and we want to understand why they think people should come down. So we will be asking those questions of Godwin when he shows up, when he joins us on Ghana Agenda today. Remember, Ghana Agenda is going to be on at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be right here on Trend Africa TV. So you can stay right here after this show and catch Ghana Agenda in a couple of hours, maybe less than 2 hours or so. All right. So, Queen, that is the update I have on the approval of Ken Ofori-Atta. Quickly, I want to talk about the Eurobond that I've been discussing and said that Ghana went for $3 billion. So this is going to be a 4-tranche loan, right? Of course, the reason we are going for this, Queen, is that, as we were told, is that if you look at the average, so our loans is such that we have domestic loans, which are funds that we borrow from inside of Ghana. Ghanaians actually buying into our bonds and stuff like that. So that's a domestic loans, right? Then we have the external loan, or the foreign loans that we go to, like the Euro bonds, where we go to the international market and sell bonds. Now, if you look at the average interest rate for all our domestic loans, it's about 17%. Actually, they quote it at 17.2%. The interest rate on the domestic loans. Now, if you look at all our external loans and you take all the interest rate and you calculate an average, it's about 5.3%.
Wow.
So the idea is we are getting a loan which, give or take, would cost us about 7% interest from the international market, and we will use it to pay the local people so that we can get rid of the 17% and pay the average of 5 to 6, continue to pay the average of 5 to 6%. It's going to be very helpful to us. Why? Because it will reduce our interest payments significantly. So I think that is a brilliant plan that we will want to manage our loans or debt. We call it debt management, managing our debt in such a way that we pay lower interest rate versus higher interest rate. So I think it's strategic. Now, so what I'm saying is that the 3 billion we are getting is not going to build any bridges. It's just going to retire old loans. Now, so the first batch of that loan is going to be 525 million, and it's going to be zero coupon. The second batch of the loan will be 1 billion, and it's going to be a 7-year loan. So the first one, 525, is a 4-year loan, zero coupon, which means the first 4 years, there wouldn't be any interest. The interest payment would all be added up and added to the loan principal, which will be paid when it becomes mature on the 4th year.
Okay.
So you get a loan, instead of paying interest month by month, we are forgoing that interest, but we are adding it all up. And then when you come to the end of the loan, you pay it all up.
The interest.
So people are saying, so technically people are saying the MPP here is getting a loan, knowing that they will be out of office in 4 years, and it becomes due. They wouldn't be paying any interest on that loan for the first 4 years. Yeah. And by the time, the administration is over, they are on their way out, right? And they don't have to worry about some interest that they've accumulated and that's paid while they were in office. So, I thought that was interesting to bring that up. But the good news is that the portion that is zero coupon is only 525 million. It's not the whole 3 billion. Okay. The other 1 billion, which is a 7-year bond, would actually attract a 7.75 coupon. Then there's another 1 billion, which is also a 12-year bond, would also attract 8.62% in coupon. And then there's a 500 million, which is going to be a 20-year bond, and that would also attract 8.87% in coupon rate. So that is our first attempt, and Ghana actually happened to be the first African country to actually go for a bond or issue a euro bond after the pandemic, or since the pandemic hits. And we thought that was a confidence in the Ghanaian economy. And of course, the government is very happy about that, and we want to bring that up too. So this is just the first batch of loans that we say we are going to go for. There's a second batch, which will be a 2 billion that is coming. Somebody may be arguing with you, saying that, oh, by the way, the whole thing is zero coupon, and that they are putting a burden on the NDC, or if by the time they leave. But tell the person the portion that is zero coupon is only 525 million. The other, 2.5 billion or so, it's all with coupon. So quickly, the last thing, then I'll get out of your way so you can continue the show.
You are good.
So the last thing here is Joe Biden. Matter of fact, Joe Biden, who just passed $1.9 trillion in rescue plan, in the American rescue plan, is proposing another 2 trillion plan here, calling it the American Jobs Plan. The American Jobs Plan. So remember, we got the American Rescue Plan, 1.9 trillion. Now there's going to be American Jobs Plan, which is going to be 2 trillion. So what is that going to do? The focus of the American Jobs Plan is going to be infrastructure. There's going to be infrastructure, energy, climate mitigation projects. So the plan's primary focus is going to be infrastructure. Mr. Biden outlined an ambitious 21 billion in spending to repair and expand the road and the railway networks and improve public transport. Critically, these components include 174 billion capital injection into the electric vehicle sector in a bid to strengthen the U.S. supply chain resilience and improve its external competitiveness in this area. The transport infrastructure component alone would be enormous. It is more than double the size of the most recent infrastructure investment package worth 305 billion. So, in a nutshell, there is going to be a lot of cash flowing in the system in the United States. There's going to be a lot of investment in road infrastructure. There's going to be a lot of investment in electric cars. And I don't know what that means, but the US is trying to phase out gas consuming cars by 2025. So think about it. In order to do so, they have to build the charging stations for these electric cars that they would be having everybody utilize. So again, it's going to be a $2 trillion infrastructure plan. And the name of that would be the American Jobs Plan. Now, we know that for Joe Biden to actually pass the $1.9 trillion plan for the American Rescue Plan, he has to use a reconciliation because he doesn't have the 60 votes in the Senate to actually pass this. 60 votes because for bills like this to pass through the Senate, he has to actually, be passed by more than 60 of the 100 senators to avoid filibuster. Otherwise, it can be filibustered. Filibustered means that if it doesn't reach that 60 threshold, then it wouldn't pass. So if you want to avoid a filibuster, the way you do it is to go through reconciliation. And the reconciliation process, only certain things can be done with that. But we are hoping to see how Joe Biden will approach this, whether this is going to go through reconciliation as well. We know that a reconciliation procedures or reconciliation process can only be done once a year. So he's already done the 1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan using reconciliation. So we are hoping that maybe he has some trick in his bag that is going to pull at least more than 10 Republican senators to support this. Otherwise, this is as dead as
as good as dead.
it's as good as dead on arrival. So that right there, Black and Cutie Queen, it would be my political updates for the week of 4th April 2021. Do you guys have any question for me? Do we have anybody online who wants to know whether the Minister of Finance is going to, what document he has provided, whether any questions at all, I'm happy to answer.
Right. So I have two questions. One is for Joe Biden. Can he veto on this particular rescue plan that in case he doesn't get the 60 votes?
Right. Well, the veto is usually to use executive power to say certain things wouldn't happen. But I don't know if you can do a positive veto. In other words, the president as using his. Remember, Congress has the power of the purse. The president can spend money without Congress approving it, right? So Congress can, the president can just use his executive power to say, I am going to get road infrastructure done without Congress. So I am not sure if the president can use his executive power to do this by himself. He has to actually do it to Congress. Now, it could be that because we can use the reconciliation process again this year, it could be that this infrastructure bill will probably have to wait till maybe January of next year when the Congress convene to actually work on this so that they can use the reconciliation process again. The reconciliation process just means that all you get is Democrats voting for it and not a single Republican vote. And this has been what we saw with the rescue plan, and perhaps we may see that again with the American Jobs Plan.
Right. So my last question will be, we were talking about, the interest rates when it comes to the domestic loans and the foreign loans. But it kind of baffled my mind how foreign loans has lower interest than, our domestic loans with that much of a high interest.
Right. So Ghana is borrowing at between 6 to 7% on international markets. But when you come to Ghana, what happens is we've already set our monetary policy rate at 14%. So, in other words, the way interest work is, we call it risk-free, right? The way interest work is, first of all, it takes the inflation rate in the country, right, as the basis of determining interest rate. So the inflation plus what the bank wants to gain on top of loaning you the money. Otherwise, if the bank give you $1 today and inflation is about and there's, let's say, 20% inflation. By the time the bank turn around 2 years or so to collect that $1, that $1 wouldn't mean $1 anymore, because that $1 cannot buy what it would have bought a year ago. A year ago, when inflation was lower, that $1 was worth something. But now that the inflation is up, that $1 wouldn't be worth anything. So Ghana has an inflation problem, right? Which means that even the Bank of Ghana itself set a rate, the minimum rate that bank can charge each other. If they loan money to each other, it's going to be at 14.5 or so percent. So everything is built on top of that.
Right.
That's why we have 17% in Ghana. In the international, like US, inflation is, right now in the US, inflation is about 0.2%.
Wow.
So, that's why, people are actually buying houses now, because even imagine in the United States, you want to get a loan to buy a house, you are getting an interest rate of about 3%, because inflation is so low that between the inflation and the 2%, the bank can still have some profit in there.
Right. Right, absolutely. And I think last week we also spoke about taxes and all that. How far, with the taxes, and I know it was a whole ball game on social media, and I was trying to follow it, but I kind of lost track. I don't know how far it has come.
So the tax filing, usually by April 15th, you are supposed to finish filing your taxes, but that has been extended to May 15th. So if you haven't filed your tax yet, the time is getting closer. You have about a month and change to actually do so. Get ready to do so. Hurry up and do so. Now, what actually happened somewhere around last week was that when the American Rescue Plan was passed, a provision in there says that, the child tax credit, which is those with dependents, would be going up from 2,000 to 3,000 for anybody 6 years and above. Any kid below 6 years or so, or 5 years, if I quite remember, would actually increase from 2,000 to 2,600, 3,600. What that means is that the government would be sending monthly checks. And so the government is working on when those monthly checks will be going out, whether it will be monthly or it will be divided into two. You get one, in the third quarter or so, and then another one in the fourth quarter or in the first quarter of next year. So, the conversation has been that what the government is really trying to do is to test a way to pay living wages. In other advanced countries, people are paid living wages if they don't work, so that they can continue to survive. Like, you don't have to work in some European countries, or I'm not sure about Canada, but you don't have to work in most advanced countries in order to survive. You pay at the minimum living wages, so that families do not starve like we see here in the United States. You're in the biggest, most powerful country, but we still have starving people. We want to eliminate that. But how do we do that? So they're trying to use the IRS to see if they can actually sustain a monthly check disbursement out. So that is in a plan. We are not 100% sure on that. But as far as the $3,600 increment from the 2,000, and I'm referring to the child tax credit now, as far as the increase in the child tax credit, that is going to happen. And we are expecting that hopefully by sometime in June, we should start to see checks coming out to people.
Okay, so I have to go give birth then. All right, I will leave it for Black if he has any questions too.
Black, what do you have?
I really don't have anything, but I think I've learned something today, so that's a good thing. I've learned that our leaders are still corrupt. and they are pushing the wrong people to occupy some space in the governmental arena to steal us and drain us dry, vampires. So we'll find a way to, uproot all those people from office next 4 years to come. Yeah, that's my own.
All right. Okay, that's great. So, Black, if anyone is listening and they want to, get into the details, I'm bringing some like I said, I'm bringing Godwin Akko Gun, and he's going to be joining me on the Ghana Agenda at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which would mean 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So, Chicago, if you want to watch, please just stay where you are, and we'll be back on. Now, he is the Deputy National Communication Officer. So, he's going to be telling me the stories behind the stories of discontent within the NDC. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation, and I'm specially inviting all our viewers to join us at that time. Okay. Kitty,
right.
so over to you. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Yeah.
All right. So I think Alfred just give us some knowledge what is going on in the Ghanaian politics, and also give us something around the world. That is Joe Biden have signed in something. I'll get to know if you want to know much about what Joe Biden just signed. Catch Alfred today around excuse me 5 o'clock Eastern time. That is Chicago time, so that he will bring somebody in to tell us what is going on in Ghana, and also give us a little details, a little insight about what the whatever Joe Biden signed. So yeah, Alfred, thank you so much for pouring down your knowledge about politics, and I know for sure that you are, when it comes to politics, you are the uno.
Pro.
Yeah. All right, Queen. Alfred, are you gonna stick for a little while, or you just gonna jump
To
out?
run away.
Yeah, I'm going to run away and get ready because, I have to check on my guests, make sure everything is ready for the next show. But I would be keeping an eye on you because I'll be, interested in the discussion. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll just be in the background doing some work.
All right, that is nice. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue our trending issues. So let's take a quick break. COVID is still, out there, so be careful. And
Yeah, internet is so much fun, I know. Corona is trending fast, I know. Some are scary, some are funny, others too. Fake news, then don't share. Why not go to the right place for Corona news? Spreading lies can hit. Share the facts, not those memes. You might save a life. Save a life? Yes, save a life. You can play your part. Children like us can also play their part by sharing only the facts? Yes, spread only the facts. Play your part too.
Be the one to spread only the facts from the Ghana Health Service. Play your part. In case of any emergency on COVID-19, call 112 or 311. This is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service, and UKAID.
all right, people. It's MaKaaMaKa time, and it's me and my girl. There's a lot of trending issues that you need to open your eyes, your ears, your nose, and smell the pepper. Smell the pepper, because it's about to go down. Mommy, Charlie.
Absolutely.
So, Alfred gave us what is going on in the political arena. We still have about an hour and a half to go. Let's wrap this up real fast, and then because we have a lot of what you call it, issues to tackle. What is next? What is next in the what is next that we should talk about?
All right. Our story number 3 is a woman. Only you can etia brochure fefe. Who they all of a sudden the husband is actually chasing another woman. And the sad part of this story is that the woman that the husband is actually chasing has 3 kids with different men. So it means that papa. So I'm asking, say, where a drew, and I mean, one child of this woman is a kid, and the video we are about to play, who said or that, one of these strollers move, so for a man to chase a woman with 3 kids from different fathers, I ask myself, what is wrong with this man? you know, and on the year no so on the womba. So what's the point? What's going on? What's wrong? You know, in order for us to react to this video, let's go ahead and play the video for our viewers to actually know what exactly we're talking about. And we will be back.
Me talk what I say. Mama no, o ka tell me say. What's the one about you nante da? Landi ni mama no. What's the one ni na? Who no bia nante da? Mama Christy, what's the one about you nante da? One ni nya say. Enya no kura da di o ma ka bia ni wa ya no kura. Enti no, me video adansi enti me video. Okay, ko bi. Me video. Now, me say, they do any. They do any. Who bet you walk at your cream, wabble, some mammy. Uno. I bet so when you sold up on some. So, who to pine? Yes, to my one, why you but her? Why do you know who contractor? Why do you know who contract maybe some way? Dear battle. When you were by any one, when you were sinning, baby, I would have been telling them, Yara. What? Me. I'm toning it down like this. Okay. Yeah, what you not know that who know land in America. I don't know that. One pay. Yeah, that's it. We need to see. Whoa. I didn't go for my shower. I didn't go for we need to see. We need to see. Yaga show. Yaga to me and menya. Menya to Kayada and
Okay, so
it's very sad, Black. What do you think about this video? I mean, like it's so bizarre
this
to
video
watch.
there, mommy, to be honest, the only thing I can say about this video say I don't like the fact say ultra akorani ba video anymore.
Yeah.
I don't like that fact. That is no. No matter what, that is no. And Osha Muswa, I mean, these are two grown people, you know what I mean? Now I don't know, minim joko di one echi. And most likely say Obama the back or do Oba
Right.
and you know you fighting the woman and doing video and things like that. No, I think say it's totally wrong. The problem is that I can't know better harm me, but omu concert party no mu there. It's up to them. I mean, if you are when you are worried over 20 years now on banning, what do you need again? What else do you need? Wow. And according to woman, no, this woman, Gigi, a man for yiri, a man for krumuni nyama. The thing is that, what was it? Say, if the woman, Nigeria that another Nigerian, if she's doing the right things at home, Bema no, Bekoin. I mean, why would the Bema do what he did? That is one. So Usi, the woman that have 3 kids with different fathers have win over your husband now. That means there's something that you are doing that you are not doing right. So check yourself and do the right things that will let the man stay at home. Because what worry actually, like you said, that over 20 years, Ninyama, what really go? I mean, what happened? I mean, say I know say in Bible, and I say your relationship, yeah, Obama will still do what Obama does, but after 20 years, Ninyama, no, I don't see there's something wrong somewhere. That I don't think that the woman after this video, no, we haven't heard anything else and things like that, so we don't know the other side of the story, you know. But media, I feel say akwala or try video bear totally wrong, wrong. Yeah, that's my take on that.
Yeah, I think I'll agree and disagree with you at the same time because for a man to be able to stay with a woman for 20 years, it means that this woman has some character trait or and for Obama to have 5 kids with a woman, it means the woman has a character trait Obama no because usually when you guys get married, say way suba give or take less than 3-5 years, that marriage will collapse. But we are talking about 20 strong years. It means the woman was doing her part as the woman. But again, a man will forever be a man. And just like you said, I agree, say one fa, or a picture, a bemu. But I agree with this woman 100% for taking that video, with the exception of that small part or the akolano a bemu. Because like you can see, Ogusa Bemanoa, the man is lying, say it's not true. So the only evidence for this woman to be justified is that particular video. Or mono, and yɛwɔ nduro bebree a ɛnɛ ɛma ɛkɔ so yɛwɔ nneɛma bebree a ɛnɛ ɛma yɛ. I remember one time a friend of mine went to a pastor. At the same time ɔmo te hɔ na ɔmo bɔ nkɔmɔ no maame bi asɔ ne ba nsa ɛde n'aba sɛ yɛn okura obi picture sɛ yɛn nya na by force bɛrima no ɛma mɛware ne ba. Then I asked myself, is this man married? You don't know. Wodi ne nam mpaebɔ so sɛ ɛne nduro so sɛ how possible? Maybe that's not even your destiny helper. That is not who God has assigned to you. But Black, it will baffle you, say, just to, win the heart of, men. So, woman, me, I don't think that the woman has a problem. It's the man that needs to check himself, because when you're back to 20 years, and then now with 5K, what would you be doing with a bar on different men? If Saobano or Subai to say he would have stayed with one man, giving birth without with that same man, and stay with the man for that amount of years. I won't know So me, I blame the man 100%. As to say Obano ye ne draw, and nasa one ye ne draw. So ye we draw. I say ka ubon paya and ke draw to me now. And I blame the man 100%. This man need to sit down, probably get a pastor or whatever or wherever he wants to go and make his life straight. Because Oba one and Mema I would different men. So there is something going on that this man needs to sit down, act as the man of the house or the spiritual head of the house, and actually make things work between Onon and Neyere. This is, I don't know, but this is very shameful. For this whole thing is very shameful, and this man needs to actually put his 1 and 2 together and solve the issues at home.
You've made a very good point, but I think say the first say who say Oba only in Bema different I will know that say show say on your good woman no, it's totally wrong. I think it's very wrong because I mean, we never know the other side of the coin. We will never know. But that doesn't classify the woman as a bad woman, and as a bad wife. The type of men or fire, did not do what, I mean, they are not.
But Black,
like
every man is not perfect.
I know, but that living, yes, anytime Penny say, one guy a warrior, if you don't leave the relationship that you are in, you might not get a better relationship. It happens that man and that woman that lived for that 20 years, I can tell you, say one have to be the fool. I'll have to be the fool in the relationship that I've made the relationship sustain to that years. And the question is, I'm
not cutting you off. Let me ask you a question right there before you continue, right? So if somebody can be a fool in their marriage for the marriage to work, okay, what makes you think that you are too wise to come and snatch this man from this particular woman?
She did not. It's the man that went for her. That means the man saw something in her that fool said, no, I've been in bondage for 20 years. And there's a gray area we have to, there's a gray area. There is good and bad. But we should not
Right.
condemn the woman that have married with another only 3 different men. And then we don't have fact of woman in the account.
It's a
How
lot.
it's true,
Yeah.
we don't know. And and it is true, Krana. We still that doesn't qualify the woman to be a bad wife or not. Say a bad wife or a bad material of that woman have taken your man. That means you are worse. You that you are sitting in that marriage, you are worse then.
No, me,
we should.
worse because so much it's a different ball game, but they are still married.
And even though you are still married, and because even though you are still married, even though you are still married, and somebody from outside came and took your marriage, that means your marriage is not the way it is supposed to be. That means there's something wrong somewhere, whereby this once a woman will know. I don't know. I don't know who went for who, but I can tell say normally no Obama na call for Oba. Into no Obama no and oko who Oba we are only in Bema different hour. And on the extreme plan as on this show. One and your Oba the fourth. Who Oba na wo fie no, you have to do your homework and find out what you are doing wrong and correct and find and what you're doing good. No, you should do it more. But this is the end I'm gonna say because we don't have the whole story at hand. No, with that short video, no, we cannot judge the woman who have that kid, and then we cannot judge the wife at home, and we don't even know what the man goes through as well. But what I'm trying to say is say. So uti aware ho na obi fi abonti beji wo wife beji wo kun then you have to, if you still want the relationship to stand, you should you should work on your relationship than fighting the woman that is out there, because the more you fight the woman that is out there, no, the more the man will go. Serious. That's how it is. If you fight the woman out there, the more the man will say, oh, that means will be beer. Or BB, there's a competition that there's a competition as some characteristics you don't have into that owning the the man will go more. But if you do your homework and do certain things, with this video that you took, no, even though you want evidence, unya evidence now unya evidence you want to fix the marriage. Into the no then you want to live with the man, it's totally wrong. And there are certain things you should do, even though the man is doing wrong things out there. No, as a woman, no, that's what they say. A woman, you give a woman a house, they will make it a home. So Obama no call wayward. It's you, you the woman, your responsibility. Unless say pet our no, but so our there is your responsibility to work on your home and make your home a better home for the man to come. But when you start doing that and fight now, I believe say you are pushing the man outside the more. That is my take on that.
Right. And I'm gonna disagree with you on this point because remember be right? No matter what you do for them, they don't appreciate it. And those type of men, there is little that you can do. Again, I'm just like you said, it is just alleged, and this is just a short video that we saw, so we can't go more into that. But with experience and watching, other people and all that, no matter what you do, they wouldn't appreciate it. Okay. And I quite to say usu and I say be mame and no more echo right? Every time, if you are the one that carries the load, one day you will get tired. Okay, if you are the one that always carries the load. So there is a difference where a man is ready to make things work, and there's a difference where every load is left upon your shoulders. So a time will come where the woman will get tired and then react, and that's exactly what we saw. You know,
So,
again, it's alleged. It is a short video. We don't know the whole
so
story.
what the question? The question is, I mean, I love this, and we can. I think we should. These are some of the things that we can talk about it and educate a lot of people out of it because some of
And
us
that's
are
why we have time
divorced
with
and
Queen. So
things
we're
like
gonna
that.
talk about that as well.
Um, um, the question is,
Mm-hmm.
ultra video ni wie no. One say
Mm-hmm.
where this woman went wrong. He say ultra video ni wie no.
Mm-hmm.
Then what? To disgrace the man and live with the man, or to make the man
Mm-hmm.
better and live with the man? Which is which? And
Okay.
I mean, with that video, if
Mm-hmm.
that woman is my auntie or sister or something, because the video not try, it doesn't make sense. Because
Mm-hmm.
ultra video now good, be man and see you know. Are you still
Mm-hmm.
gonna live with the man, or
Mm-hmm.
are you guys gonna separate or divorce or something? So
Mm-hmm.
what's the what do you call it? The idea of you taking the video. What's the answer?
Right.
What are you what do you want to get back after you take the video
Mm-hmm.
and put it on social media and things like that? What do you want to get back?
Mm-hmm.
You want people to
Mm-hmm.
bash the man that the man is doing this. You want people to bash the woman that the woman is this, and you want people to look at you as the good woman. But
Mm-hmm.
after all that, no, are you still gonna live with the man, or you gonna move
Mm-hmm.
on? Which is which?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to
Mm-hmm.
get that aspect. In America, say, if you still love the man or you still love the relationship that you are in, no, there
Mm-hmm.
should be a better way of that actions. No, I know say yeah,
Then
I know
maybe
say
probably taking the
but
video
there
and
should
not
be a
bringing
better
it
way.
down, right?
Yeah,
Maybe taking the video but not posting it on social media. That's what you want to mean.
yeah, that would be
Mm-hmm.
but I mean to even go out there and fight
Mm-hmm.
somebody on the street and no,
Mm-hmm.
a good
But
woman.
I was like, sometimes so utia jata till tree cry
Uh,
till
yeah,
tree
tell
now you're wrong. You know, when you step on the tail of a lion,
Mm,
they are we don't know what this woman have gone through the past 20 years of being in this marriage. And again, like you said, we are here to just share our views and not to, condemn anybody. It's just our
right,
views that we are sharing, but everything means but say at this point the woman is fed up, because probably again, it's just our views. Ebia the offer mu ofi a waye din a on kasa ni nyina no one day no ebe pushing say on react,
right,
and sometimes ukofa obema bia you guys have to build together. Now my build ya ba bedu to with 5 kids and all that, and a woman have to go through this, it's a little, painful, and it's a little it's a torture, so I feel like say she reacted out of pain. I'll give that credit to her. She probably reacted out of pain, but just like we said, putting it on social media, it wasn't a great idea. So I agree with you on that part as well.
mm. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that yeah. Let's see if there will be another video and things like that. Then we can see the whole. And as a maybe one of these radio stations, and as a woman
Yep.
who want to come on Trend Africa and tell us this,
And talk
what
about
went
it.
wrong. Our numbers are there. You can link us up on Facebook, Instagram, and
Yes.
everywhere. I mean, when you type Trend Africa TV, you get us. So yeah. I think so. We are ready. Our doors are open for things like that. If you need a
Mm-hmm.
platform to voice
Mm-hmm.
your side of the story, we are open for you. Yep.
And Black, you did say something that I also want to comment about it. I feel like it's a good idea. You did say Obabi Oha, he's not getting the right, person to actually live with, or to actually, So this is a word of advice too, and that is why I have my YouTube page that I'm actually working on with the help of my boss here, Black. It's called Chats with Queen. On YouTube. If I start posting videos, I will share the link, and then everybody can go on and watch. If you are a woman, and I'm putting this out there, not say only obematsana, and then ebabamu and all that now. Not our anything can happen. This is humans are not perfect, okay? Whenever you are moving to your next relationship, you have to be careful, and you have to actually watch, and you have to have all your senses actually working. Be sure. say obema ya make funny. Is he the right person for me? The same thing applies to men. We shouldn't rush into any marriage. You know, to say, okay, fine, I thought so, you know, I thought so back. Because in our African community, our mentality, and that is why I even brought up that, not because I wouldn't say be a fine, I disagree with her or I agree with her. I just brought that up so that we will all know, say, African mentality, say, okay, oba bi ni oba ma bi ko wu mienu miensa, oba no na eni suban, you know, that type of thing. We have to get that out of our minds.
That's
okay.
Right.
We as women, we have to watch. We as men, we have to actually watch. We have to make a move. You feel say it's not gonna be another mistake that we are going to get ourselves into. You know, so that is why I took that side, and that is why Black actually took the other side, so that we will come together and see the ideas that Africans or human beings as a whole actually have out there. So it's a good idea that you brought that up, Black.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So our next story is a teacher be or influence. It is alleged that she's influencing, you know, ladies into lesbianism. I think I took a screenshot of that. It's Black. If you could put it on the screen, we can all read, but I'll read from my phone here. So it is alleged by one of these, you know, social media handles. It says a teacher under the guise of mentorship, you drawing a young lady into lesbianism. You came to my WhatsApp group to chop TMY girls. I don't know what TMY means, but it probably will be a name of a school shortened or abbreviated. Your time is here. All your recordings and messages, screenshots, I have it. We can't leave our future. We can't leave our future leaders to you whilst you go to your husband and kids at night. Please, if she asked you out, free to contact me. And if she's a teacher in your kids' school, ask your daughters well. So this is a lady, allegedly, she's a lesbian and married with kids as well. So I would say she's a Black. What's the right word? She's a bisexual, you know, misbehaving with these kids and also going back to, you know, the husband and kids at home. I don't know what our viewers think, but Black, what do you think about this story? If it is true, it is just alleged. We don't actually know the truth.
It's alleged, so we cannot say that much about it because of our social media internet can be no. But if this is really true, nipa na post here no. I say Ghana, right? Is Ghana, me boy.
Yeah.
Also, we don't have the right structures and the right channels, you know. We're taking the law into our own hands, and that is wrong. We've been taking laws into our own hands for a long time, and that is wrong. In the sense that allege, and that means that nipa not post the idea we know obenya problem. Obenya problem in the sense that if and yes, I have to sue you or do what I have to do. Wow.
Right.
And say I'm panswa. Why won't you take it to the right authorities? Because also a teacher, and I know say in Ghana, no, they should have a department, and I say teachers, education, minister of education in Yamai. So why won't you use the right channels to correct some of the mistakes that these people are doing? Wow. But you don't bring things like that on social media and just feel like say you. I mean, to me, no, I feel say whoever posts that thing, no, trying to tarnish this woman's image. You know, I don't want to judge the book by his or her his cover. I don't want to judge the book by its cover, but when you look at the woman, no, she's more put together. I believe so, but like I said, no, I don't want to judge her by the way she looks and things like. She can look all good and things like that, but evil. So whoever put that article out, no, should come again, and then if not that, she should find the right channels or and then let the authority deal with this particular teacher. So you better license when someone not be sana. They should do that, but not bring it on social media. We are so much social media people. Your TV but and then maybe we are losing our authorities. No, we are losing them to do what they have to do. And we should use our authorities first. If it's not working out, then the media will take will take stand. But you cannot bring it to the media before there are some incidents that the media sees it and bring it before the authorities will and will do something about it. But there's an incident. So what posted that picture, Nana? That means you might know that woman. So if you know him or you know her directly, why won't you report her to the right people? That's my main thing. I think it's wrong to post somebody's image and allegedly maybe you are trying to tarnish her image or something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And she also mentioned say she has videos and pictures and all that. So if she do have that video, she has to bring it out and I'll show it to the authorities just like you are saying for them to actually, put her in check. But to put it on social media, added a caption to it without any proof or without any proper steps being taken, I feel like it's also wrong. So I agree with you perfectly. Yep.
Yeah.
She has to actually take the necessary step. And yes, social media is the last result. And no one can wait, then you want to disgrace her, then that's fine. But social media should be the last result for that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So our next topic is there. You're going gradually. Let me tackle on there's a man that came out and I don't want to say bashing Fela
And
McAfee.
the whole story.
Yeah, I don't want to say or bashing and I said whatever, but let's listen to what he said, and then I'll let my partner, who is my sister, and she's a queen as well, will give her a point of view, and then I'll speak my mind, and then we'll go from there.
Maybe about Fela McAfee. We may pictures be on social media and so many na yam fe. Oba what for our walia, we have room of the ma generation. Anyway, you win na dache. Oba beton sa pictures ewo social media no on so kwa bia. Me sero obetu for generation futu na yi wana wode ma omo no enso ni sisan. The way why no me man warning kese pa because who go awan for any masi. Ye na ya awan for the way wode your man kono enso ni sisan.
Okay. Hey, Ghana Fort party. All right. I'll give you the chance, Mommy. You take the first shot.
Okay, so also we all know that Fela is how do I say, a social media person. Okay, and with this social media influencers, they advertises for other products and all that. So as we can see, she's wearing a black something inside or the BBA or the picture. So it could be one of the advertisements. She's not out there say just like that to showcase certain things. And to be an influencer, you advertise so many products. So this man has to understand that this is their job. This is how they get paid. And not to come out say bashing or say why naked to say there will be a wash that said and then they made me person me share amount for. This is their job. That's what they get paid on. So this man should learn from it and just keep his cool. That's all I have to say.
Exactly. I think I think that what you've said it all. You've said it all. But I say, Mikai, your sister, our younger sister, Ebony. You can't. But deep down with Ebony, and I say who Ebony is, no. The real lifestyle is different from the social showbiz lifestyle.
Yeah.
They are living in one person living in two different space. One I'm saying.
Right.
And we should understand that concept first. Unless you don't understand the job that they what they do. When you look at Fela, she's amazing young lady who have done so well for herself. I mean, we can tell, say, she's not just another chick. She's
Mm-hmm.
she's she's a chick with the values, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and for her doing that, no, doesn't show say oh yeah, nipa and that's all good our for or good our for whatever anymore. See, that is totally wrong. The man is, I mean, the man is, she's totally wrong.
Mm.
Me tie say me ekwapim polo echo radio station be I heard her saying certain things say a pressure na Emma fella yes I do any pressure. We all know say
Mm-mm.
fella start doing this no time on worry and answer on this is what she does. She
Yeah.
was a model and some other actress
Mm-hmm.
this animal no. And no say
Right.
obi at the contract aba and I said we don't know on the picture
Mm-hmm.
too. So we
Mm-hmm.
cannot, we don't know why, but young man say obi the contract aba and I say or advertising some laundry for a company. What's the big deal about it? I mean, this is
Right.
not new. This is a. I mean, we have models that does that, and they're
Mm-hmm.
making money. Into
Mm-hmm.
no, Juma wa fa say oh yeah no, onja here
Mm-hmm.
because wa wu and I say because of wa worry. No,
Yeah.
wa wu
Mm-hmm.
na wa worry na. What to me maintain the body no. That should be a
Mm-hmm.
plus to even show
Mm-hmm.
Ghanaians say, Master, you can ube to me I worry and still look hard
Mm-hmm.
and do
You
what
still
you
look
do.
good.
And
Yeah.
my papa never can there. I mean, say I don't know how far it went, but it doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense. And for Lance, you know, I believe say we worry, and I need crew pen,
Mm-hmm.
need crew pen on
Mm-hmm.
nothing. Oh yeah, I can need crew pet that aspect of her, no, and I know
Cover
say
money.
Obama now say no. This is what we want to say. But this is business. This is what they are in. They are showbiz
Right.
people, and they do
Yeah.
showbiz, and they are making their money. Leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let them enjoy their
Mm-hmm.
life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, but I just wanted to add something small. So,
Okay.
Felaka Saukanoa or co event and as a program beer. Sometimes I'll share oversized, pants and a blazer.
Yep.
So Utimi will say aside social media doing her job, she's a very decent person that dress
Very,
actually decently.
very, very. In
So
because
yeah,
she's a lady with values.
yeah,
And yes, say
mhm,
who am I for? They'll be twerking and doing all that crazy stuff and all this, and you need to
exactly,
get attention. I've never seen fella like
exactly,
that. I mean, who say
yeah,
if say or twerking or yes, say yes, once in a while
mhm,
on any crew, no more job money, no more year, almost snap. That's fine. I mean,
yeah,
listen, Ghanaians have to let things life is too short for
mhm,
people to always meddling into people's issue. Leave them
yeah,
alone. Let them do what they do. They are making their money.
mhm,
She has
mhm,
different businesses that she's
mhm,
controlling. And say, Obi
mhm,
the why half naked now. What all your laundry
mhm,
advertiser na bisa na whatever it is. We don't know the to the
mhm,
social media. So, on the
mhm,
social media. Why? So,
mhm,
why do you have to go there? Say, oh yeah,
right,
oh yeah, or say, oh yeah, role model. Yes, she still
yeah,
can be role model, and Beyonce still wear this. Anka Beyonce na yes anka. Ghana for people say yay.
oh yeah,
You
oh
see,
yeah, yeah,
but
yep,
Beyonce is still a role model.
mhm,
She's still a role model. There's people. There's a lot of young girls want to be like Fela, and go through
mhm,
go to model school and things like that, and they'll make money.
mhm,
There's nothing wrong with that. Until their papa the
exactly.
kanji, I don't support what he's saying, but hey, that's my opinion. That's his opinion. That's fine.
Yep, yep, yep. And just like you said before, no, I think when prior to this discussion, when you have two lifestyle, like we sit on social media, talk about trending issues, and then after that, we have our job that we do.
Right.
When you leave here, it will shock you. Say some of us. Let me just use myself as an example. Monday to Saturday, you never see me in makeup.
No.
You never see me in a wig. You never see me, in a dressy stuff. I wear my uniform. I go to work with
Yeah.
my one style, all hair pulled to the back. So when you see me on social media, you start, judging from that particular point. This is my job. This is what I have to do. So I have to look presentable for the camera. Aside that, I have my other job. I have my other life, which I do, which is different from this. So I agree with you, Black. This is their job. This is what they are doing. Let them do their job. Let them make their money. If you feel like they are not role model enough to you, you can just unfollow them and follow those who you want them to be your role models.
That's right. That's it. That's simple
Yep.
as ABC. That's it. Yep.
Yep.
You
Yep.
just nail it.
Yep.
All right. So the second one or the other one that I want to talk about, it's this very issue, and that is Monaguchi.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Monaguchi. I think she quit or something.
She resigned.
She
Yeah.
just hung her. He said she's fired.
Mm.
So
She
I don't
resigned
kind of.
actually, but I resigned, but yeah, but if you ask what I say,
All right.
so.
So let's listen to the video, and then we'll
Okay.
talk a little bit about it. If you had your heart drink.
Why would you power?
Me have your
Sending
heart
me
drink.
free social media. What? I'm on my social media. Me free and me go school. The president I na media rego. Na mo say you media na so ma resign. Mo say dey. Lawyer so resign you go school abeya judge. Put you trust. Wa what say? And then someone the difference between sack and resignation. Now then I post the wedding lady.
Okay, that is a fear for you. So,
Oh
mommy,
my God.
if you are doing this, if you are any pressure now, I want to so and I say, also because if you are if you are deadly, oh. If you are a very deadly woman, you know, she always find a way to
Mm.
trend. And you know, say only what competition now, you have to be very, and that's only what beef are. You have to be very, very careful. Your oncophobia, you cannot beef them. You cannot have any um issue like that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Obi to say if you are Schwarzenegger, Obi to say Shatawale,
Mm-hmm.
and Obi to say Councillor Lutrot, all
Mm-hmm.
these people, no, they have. You can win. Even
Mm.
your win is draw, man. And your, you can't win with these people. Yeah,
Mm.
and like I said, no, I think that you went off a little bit, but there's three people that I just mentioned. Ifia,
Mm-hmm.
Schwarzenegger,
Mm-hmm.
Ifia Swat, uh, uh, Councillor
That's
Lutrot,
one. Mm-hmm.
Shatawale. These three people, no.
Mm-hmm.
When you have an issue with them, you cannot win because they are loud,
Oh yes, yes,
and
yes.
they are built like that. That is their
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
characteristics. You
Mm.
cannot change them.
Mm.
They will do
Mm.
what Ifya do. They will do what
Mm.
Conservator do. They will do what Shatawale do. And
Mm.
you cannot change them. So people
Mm.
like that, no problem. You have to tighten your belt.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
as someone who 10 years ago, I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
problem obey you now by ne-
Mm-hmm.
that is how
Mm-hmm.
they are. They will
Yep.
find a way to be talked about.
Yep.
And this is one of them. If you
Yep.
oh no what devoting who say what can you then pa no be kan we fia ho a ebe ne ya
Nope.
nothing.
Never.
She have
Mm-mm.
gone through the worst already,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so she don't care. You understand?
Yep.
And there's
Yep.
nothing you can say to Ifya that will hurt
Mm-hmm.
her. No, nothing, zero. But
Mm-hmm.
Onunu will say so much to you, and one shot it will bring you down. Same
Yep.
applies to Shatawale. Shatawale,
Mm-hmm.
them biona ubeka wa Shatawale ho.
Mm-hmm.
Jobe kan na yakan na dada.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have issue with Shatawale, you're not gonna win.
Mm-mm.
Councillor Lutrot, what is na so achi kra. Uka na asema. He has so many ways to turn the
Yep.
table around. You can
Yep.
win. How can
Yep.
you win against you know? My own on this issue is say girl you fire no, so I resign so I quit whatever it is no, it's not a fierce problem, and it's not
Mm.
nobody's issue. Only not see
Mm-hmm.
why resign so why ya pamo no yeah whatever no also of school. We all know say abrochia no war. And so whatever abrochia ko school hey that's
Uh-huh.
good. I mean pursue I mean go pursue your career, and maybe that is what
Mm.
she want to do. I mean I respect that. I respect that. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Black, but where I have a problem is why would she delete, the whole post that she actually posted? If you think so, you actually resign. You don't owe anybody an apology. You don't owe anybody an explanation. So just like you said, why resign you? What yeah, it's none of our business. But she has to be consistent. It's either you want to post it or you don't want to post it. It's either you want to post what is true or what not is true. And she has to be consistent. And I think she probably, and this is my opinion, not based on the truth or whatever. But maybe I say baby or they say PhD in law no shame no. She felt that will bring a lot of controversies because first of all, we've established in our previous videos or our previous shows, said it was confirmed, said she didn't actually go to any law school or anything like that. So to say PhD was a little bit of how do I say contradictions right there. So like you said, yeah, or not resign you. It is none of our business, but we just ask for her to be consistent and just put the truth out there. That's all.
Um Me personally no, I don't think say she have to do anything like that. I mean, that's her life.
Mm-hmm.
She can decide to tell you what the public want to hear. She can decide to
Mm-hmm.
keep some of the things. I mean, we all have
Yeah,
our private life.
but why would she delete it? Why would you post it and delete it?
Yeah, I mean, she posted and delete. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know why. But if say Mia, I post it on my platform. If
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm putting myself into her shoes. Say me not my
Mm-hmm.
post be not my delete here. I posted my fans see where I'm coming from and where I'm going. I deleted and that's
Mm-hmm.
it. I posted for my fans and I deleted and I'm done.
Well, well, how can you know? How can you know that all your fans have actually read it?
At least if one say not and you not kind yeah, and as and yet
Mm-hmm.
our team that brought this story, we will not
Right.
get to know, right? Now that we
Mm-hmm.
know, no, we will tell another person and
Mm-hmm.
another person and another person. So it does. You
Mm-hmm.
don't need to let thousands of your fans know what
Mm-hmm.
is going on. But if
Mm-hmm.
10 people know about it, 10 people will
Mm-hmm.
flip it to 20 and 30, and then it will spread. So what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to let people know that you can that is her platform. She can decide
Mm-hmm.
to do whatever that she want to do on her platform. So
Well,
if
but
you post some,
she actually have to know where she is in the showbiz. This is a showbiz business. You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's before you put something out there, you really need to decide on what you want to do, because you are
So
not
she
just an
posted.
ordinary person like
So she
anybody
posted,
walking
and
out
now
there.
you know that she's resigned, right, from the post that she had before. And
Mm-hmm.
now people are
Mm-hmm.
saying she was sacked, she was there, whatever it is. There
Mm-hmm.
is she took a step of posting something of that sort. So how
Mm-hmm.
you will take it or how people will take it is up to them.
Mm-hmm.
For
Mm-hmm.
her, she has done what she has to do, and maybe
Mm-hmm.
she doesn't want that particular thing to be on her platform. That's why she took it.
All right, so don't post it at all. If you don't want it to be on your platform, don't post it at all.
I
She
mean,
could
there's a
have
lot of
called.
things that we post on our platforms and we delete it,
Mhm.
right? That doesn't mean
Yeah,
say
but
you
she
don't
could have
want to
called a
post it,
blogger
but
and just gave it to the blogger.
you just want to create that awareness. Say, okay, I'm not here no more, blah blah blah. But I took it out, and then those who are saying that it is not true, no, they have to come
True,
up
no.
with they should come up with something, but we still haven't see anything. They have to come up with something. I mean, another
Mm-hmm.
article, another post or something from
Mm-hmm.
the management that whatever that no,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't resign, she didn't resign, but she was sacked. They have to come up with something. But if they haven't come up with anything, let's let it slide, and then let's take it the way she put it there. That she actually resigned, and then that's fine. Yep.
Right, right. I think I agree with you on that. But again, like I said, she just have to be consistent. That I'm not moving out. Wouldn't tell me basa me no debate dia. Me no wonya adwe dia, me no wonya adwe. She has to be consistent. She has to know the business she is in, and anything she posts, no, if she thinks that is true, she should just let it be there. So that some of us, we the gossipers, can actually take advantage of it and go read it next time that we want to read it, screenshot it from a page as an evidence, and then we can put it out there.
I see. All right. So, what's her name again? Monaguchi. I mean,
Yes, yes.
what we are saying, say, I support you. I support you 100%. You are entitled of your own platform. You have to do what you have to do to make you happy. You post something, and you delete it. That is your platform. You are in control of that. If you are resigned, you got fired, or you quit. Nah, that is your own problem. It's not if you ask us niggas problem. If you do fear if you have to,
hey,
don't think if you
why would you
yeah.
find another they are going to say?
Yeah. If you're hard doing too much, if you're hard, I like her though. I like people like
Yeah,
that. She's very straightforward. She's very.
yeah, yeah,
If we
yeah.
have people, if
So
we
just like
have,
you said,
let me
you
tell
want
you
your be a
something. Let me tell you something. One thing about Ifya is that if we have 10 people like her, strong, speak, or to me Canadian, Sana, Ghana will be a different. Because this only Efia can tackle all the leaders in Ghana. I mean, look at
Oh
what he
yeah,
did to she did to Kennedy. I mean, you can. I mean, this is a woman that doesn't. Not. I'm not going to say she doesn't care, but she speaks
she's
her
not
mind,
afraid of anything.
either wrong or right. No, she speaks her mind, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
You take it or leave
Mm-hmm.
it, and we
Mm-hmm.
need people like
Mm-hmm.
that in our community. So if you are keep
Right,
doing what
right.
you're doing, but yeah, no, I do fear some kakra. Yeah.
Leave a fear to speak her mind. And I agree with Efia. Madam Mona, if you are listening to me, please go and repost what you deleted. Because whatever you started, we have to take it to an end. So I agree with Efia 100%. Efia only Efia is going to talk about whatever she needs to talk about. Anyways, Black, let's take our next story.
Okay. So this is a story about a woman, a Ghanaian woman, who actually was what's the story about that? This woman that chasing her
Yeah.
husband and things like that. I think you
Yep.
know much about the story than me.
Yep. So what actually happened was she found out that her husband was cheating on her. So she was following her husband just like Bakuya Okocha, video ever training with. She was following her husband. Now I think that now the husband air faster than her. So she was trying to actually chase her husband, just to on the motorway, just to catch up with him. And Okonya accident. So that is why we see the car. I don't know if
Oh. I mean,
Yep.
so
So
you
it was
see
happening
why
South Bay.
you see why I said say they should. I mean, so what's my cockra now? Or some few, and that's on few. So
Of
you
evidence.
chasing your husband, no, doesn't make no sense. I mean,
Of evidence. She wants evidence.
David, you chasing your husband does not make no sense. Your evidence is
Why are you
say
saying that?
because and then now on your accident and I see we say I'm
I
person
said
who
accident.
eh
Accident. I said evidence.
evidence. I mean, what I'm trying to say, when you get the evidence, right? So what is next? Are you
It's to
getting the
prove.
evidence and leave, or are you getting the evidence to stay? Which is which? Fine. What is all ukru yebibi or yes or yes say? It is upon you, the woman, to find a better channel to lure your husband back to yourself than pushing him out there. Because already he's out there. You want him to come in. She's out. You want him to come in. So it's your duty, unless you don't want it. But if you want the relationship, it's your duty to work hard to make things okay. Because at
Right.
that moment, this time, at that time, the mind of the man or that woman or whoever the table is, that man, no, not doing no, it's about you to start changing certain things. Listen, a pure advice that I would give a lot of women. So almost all about your man is acting on GOBH and BBCana. Take your time, find a way, and study whoever she's trying to go mess with. Wow. You study the person, learn certain things from that person. I mean, so if you can do your investigation to cut the man now, use that investigation tools to get to know that woman, what she's using to get your husband, and start using it. And your husband will come home. This is a pure advice.
But Black, why must it always be men? What is
It's
wrong?
both.
What
It go
is the
both ways.
problem with men?
And this story, is
A man 100, any member 100 now. What do you think will be the percentage? Don't tell me 50-50, but I wouldn't agree
uh,
with that.
the reason why, what was it? I knew another topic. The reason why it will be more like in Burma, yeah, because that's how we were created. Men are created like that. A religion na ama nyama bi aye a little bit a yikakra. But in Burma, we are created like that, to be honest. And yes, ubenya in Burma more to do that than in Ba, because in Ba are created different, and they are created to be tap respect level, no, yeah, very high, So Oba Eddie in Burma 4 and now 5 and now whatever and nama, there's a title for her. They'll call her names. But so Burma the in bar 4 5 nama, there's another title for him, but it's a man here big shot cry, like of course say yeah. And we have to look at the negative side, how people will receive the Oba in a negative way, and look at the way people will look at the man in that platform, say Obama with there. So a little bit dicey.
Dicey.
Wow. But what I'm trying to say is it's not a good idea, but I feel so Oba have more of um have a name towards certain things that they do, and it's not a good name, it's a negative name. Obama will do the same thing, no, they will praise him. And I say, even cry in background, most of the women that are saying the same thing say Obama, they would love to go and find out why. They would love to even be part of the what the Obama is doing. No? And as what I'm trying to say, so Obama need your bed, and say Obama will do a chef or still. The same banner Omuka say Obama, they will go in line to get what they want. One of them general. And that's how it is. But we have to, women have certain type of tools that they don't want to let go. That is one of them is self-respect. Women have some type of self-respect around them. Men have that, but in bad they different. And obaya bibia in that aspect. Now, if I say oba with the or ya shawo or say
Yeah.
obema the same thing now your body needs to say acquire the hair or your burger or a chef or say that's how it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. All right. Before I share my views, let's take a short commercial break so we can drink some water, and then I'll come and then I'll contribute to this whole situation.
All right.
Africa TV, redefining Africa. Let's join the witty and blunt Empress Mausi on the Mausi Talk Show as she sits with legends, trailblazers, social media celebrities, musicians, and many, many more this and every Friday at 11 a.m. Central Time on Trend Africa TV. It is going to be fun-packed. You don't want to miss this. Trend Africa TV, redefining Africa.
My name is Eunice Cromwell and I'm the business manager of the Ghana National Council. Make sure you always watch Trend Africa TV.
Welcome to Africa.
The Postage Mix class is something the industry needs, because I have been part of so many conversations where the argument has been that songs coming from outside Ghana, let me not even go far, especially our Nigerian counterparts. So many people feel that their songs are well produced, well mixed and mastered than the songs we produce here in Ghana. I've had countless conversations with Postage himself. So when I heard that he's doing the Postage Mix class, I said, okay, every producer needs this. So growing up, I was told that knowledge is wealth. So whatever you do, seek knowledge. My name is Sammy Flex. I work with Xylophone FM 102.1 and also I operate an online channel, Sammy Flex TV. I endorse Postage's Mix class. Everyone should be part of this.
All right, we are back again, and that's Postage. That's my guy. He's one of the best engineer in Ghana. So check the Postage mix class, and then you, if you're an engineer, you will learn something because he's that good. He has worked with a lot of artists, Davido, Wizkid, Sarkodie, all these big guys. So check him out. Yes, Queen. What's the next? The next one will be. I like.
Before we move to our next one, you forgot I didn't share my view on this.
Yes.
Hey,
Please.
You know how you want to forget about me like that?
I know. So what's your take on that?
Right. So just like you said, no, I've had a couple of talks on this particular picture right here, and this is what I want to tell our women out there. I know some of us have done it before. I've done it before, because Obia relationship and also our your goals are say, okay, fine, I'm gonna make this work, whatever it is, I'm gonna make it work, but in that cost of doing that, you tend to do a lot of investigations. You tend to know, because then again, you want to protect your heart, or you want to make sure, say, okay, fine, this man now I've chosen to spend the rest of my life with, is he worth it? And that's why women actually go through all this to know, say, if the person is worth it. Because then again, one on person wasting the time, and two, and ya fe na oba be wo na ebe wi echi afe na osako pe ekun foforo ne ade. So women tend to do all these things, in order to be sure, say, nipa na me person me spend the rest of my life with, is he the one? But coming to the issue, I know you're just a side story, but so why you be that? Me, I've done it before. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. My dear, it's not worth it. Okay, it is not worth it. Why am I saying it's not worth it? At the end of the day, say you trust, say, if that person is not for you, God will shift you from there and give you somebody he feels that it is good for you. So it's not worth, risking your life. To say accident, it's not worth risking your life. You could have just walked out of that relationship. You could have just, if you are sure, say, oh, cheating on you, and if you have, whatever you think, say, it is what it is, you can just walk out. And hey, when you walk out, you will find that person who you probably think, say, is right for you. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just like Black, you said, it's not worth it. 1,000 times, it's not worth it. Our life is precious. Hey, somebody wrote something on social media, and I was laughing when I saw it. I'll say, anybody that is single, that has actually died out of being single, but have seen women that has married, and have died because of marriage. So, my dear, if you feel this is not for you, being single is not a crime. Being single is not, how do I even put it? It's not going to kill you, but rather be focused on what you're doing, know where you want to go. And I listened to an interview that Omotola from Nigeria did, when it comes to her marriage. I was just clapping for her. Know your vision. And when we say marriage is a union, but you as an individual, know your vision, know where you want to be, know what you want to be, calculate your life and live by it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to die because of a man. It's not worth it.
That's true. And the same applies to women.
Yep.
It goes both ways. It's not worth it at all. So that's a good advice. So let's Fela McCarthy again. She says I don't see why I should go to church when I have clean heart and I worship God at home. I mean,
when I saw this, right, the first person that came into my mind was you. I was like, me and Black, we are going to have a lot this week to talk about. But
yes.
What do you think about that? Or you want me to share my view before you go?
The only thing that I would say is that she's 100% right. She's 100% right. Because I'm telling you, 90% of the members are doing worse than those who are not going to church. So if you can, in your own quiet time, you can call on your God and pray and have a clean heart and things like that. Now, I think that's the best way to go, because Bible Nimukrano, in a way, the Bibles talk about. There's a story there that talk about the Good Samaritan, and if Fela will be the Good Samaritan, I think that's the best way to live. I'm with her. I want to be like the Good Samaritan. I don't want to be a religious person whereby I am coined into a bracket and always pointing hands on other religions and things like that. I would rather respect every religion and be a good Samaritan to all my brothers in other religions and things like that. That is my intake. Yes, I'm with Fela on that issue.
All right. So just like you said, I agree with you to a point, but not 100%. The reason why I'm saying that is if you have a clean heart, okay, and you worship God in your heart, and the Bible also says that out of abundance of the heart, the mouth actually speaketh. And so say you have that and you don't have to go to church and you do what is right, that is you, or that is your perception. That is why I say I agree with her to a point. But again, the part I disagree, is Bible at least when you go to church, and again, let me backtrack. What is church? When we talk about church is us. Church is us, the individual. Church is not just the building that we see over there. So people actually contradict the two. Okay. And yes, we are the church. So if we feel like, say, we do what is right, we read our Bibles, or we read whatever we want to read. It is up to us to actually toe that lane. However, the Bible when we go and meet in that building where now we call church, which is not actually, the main church, it's just a building there. At least obi asama obeka kakra no etimi ma wo some a little encouragement, obi so be preaching can actually boost your morals, or actually teach you something that you might not even know, or something that you haven't come across, and that is why the Bible says, that's so we can learn from each other and actually move on to the next step. However, also say, you know, you are following the commandments, you are actually doing what is right there. It is up to you, it is your decision, just like Black said. No, we respect everybody's decision. Sometimes when we come on this land, we try to agree to disagree just because it's a show, just because we want to make the show lively. But at the end of the day, we respect everybody's religion, we respect everybody's view, and whatever everybody think is okay for them. So again, I agree with my sister, but personally, I will want to go, you know, to that building where we call church, so that we can actually, I can meet people in order to learn more things that I probably might not know. So yeah, that's my point as well. Black, you are muted.
I'm sorry. The woman have made her point, but you know, I will not. I mean, I think church is just like you said, the church is our body. I mean, that's what the Bible says and things like that. So, why do I have to go to a physical um, building or go to a building to worship and things like that? Why God is not there? God is in our heart and things like that. But I mean, like I said, we respect each other's religion. Um, um, so it is what it is. For me, I go with Fela because I believe that if you have a clean heart, um, you can worship God everywhere. You don't need to go to a particular place to worship God and things like that. Even when you are driving, you can worship your God. If you are doing whatever. But with all the worship, if you are not taking a step to do the right things, your worship doesn't go nowhere. Because there's a saying that um, 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 if I forgot the saying, but it goes this way: do to others what you want others to do to you, right? Do to others what you want others to do to
What
you.
you do
So
unto others, what you want others to do
exactly.
unto you.
So when I do you wrong, automatic you react to me wrongly. If I do you right, you react to me right. You know. So whatever you throw into whatever you throw into the universe will give you the same reply in 100 folds. You understand? So if you do good, you get good. If you do bad, no matter what, you get bad. It's just you know, you cannot plant a mango and then expect to get a cocoa. It's not going to work like that. So it doesn't matter going to church or not going to church. What matters is that do the right things, and the right things have a pure heart. Give when it's needed, help when it's needed, and things like that. And that alone will take you from far. I've seen, like I said, I've seen 1,000 people, 1,000 religious people doing their religious thing, their religious belief, their religious rituals and all that, and their head or their heart is so dark, is so evil. So you ask yourself, do you go to church or do you do all the religious rituals, and for what? You know. So what the most important thing is to preach what preach do preach what you do what you preach, or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
What my fella is saying, for me, I support her 100%. I would do the same thing that she's doing. You know, I don't need to. You know, there's nothing wrong going to church in a physical building and things like that. But at the same time, I feel like I don't want to say waste of time, because there's a lot of prominent people that go to church and things like that. I don't know if they're wasting their time or not, but for me, that's my opinion. I think that I don't have to, you know, go to church to know God. I know God already. It's in my heart, like you said. The church is our body, and I know it's in me. The only thing is that I have to turn it on, the good side of the good side of God on, and I have to use that side more than the bad side of God. You know, because we have two spirit in our system. We have the good side and the bad side. But for me, I want to use the good side, and that's the good Samaritan, and that's it. So I'm with Fela on that one.
Yeah, and I also wanted to add a little bit to what we just talked about. You know, Corona, right? We were not actually going into the building, which, you know, we all classify as church, but, you know, let's put it that way. We're not able to go to the physical church that we all know. So most people were actually worshiping online, which is the Zoom, church, where we could sit back and actually watch preachings and do whatever, everything, just as you say, sorry. So ending on this particular issue, this is what I have to say. We shouldn't make religion too much of priority. Why am I saying this? Not so much say, okay, I'm not a Christian or whatever. However, if you have to go to work, okay, why should you to say also for sorry, Monday to Friday? You will be sitting down in the house. You say you don't work. Okay, why should you be going to church Monday to Friday? And now supposed to oh, why should you be going to church Monday to Friday and not going to work? How do you expect to get your money, or how do you expect to get income? Oh, sorry, then Monday to Friday. How do you expect the work or the job to actually work to you? So with every rule, there is an exception. Don't take religion and ignore some of the knowledge or some of the common sense or some of the wisdom that is behind, that religion that you are supporting or whatever it is. And I feel like, yes, if you have time and if you feel like going to church, fine. If you want to go to church for some reason, for my own reason, if I want to go to church, I will go to church. But don't go to church whilst say you have to work, especially in Africa. So for me to me, she said, sorry, Monday to Friday. Listen, that is only business. Because for offering, and he will be paid. So if you have to work, you can use one day and go and worship whatever you want to go do there. Go and do there. But don't go to church Monday to Sunday or Monday to Friday and expect money to work to you. So that's the little thing that I want to add to it as well.
That is 100. I salute you on that one, and you are so right. I like so your type of with what you just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always say people that think like that, I call them the modern day Christians, because I mean, even though you're a Christian or you're doing the religious, you still using your sense, you're still using your common sense, because if you don't use it, that is where you become you are glued into somebody's word. I mean, like this, all this crazy stuff that is going on, and in religion, you see crazy people acting stupid and things like that, and you ask yourself why are they not using your head and things like that. So what you just said makes a lot of sense, and I believe that most of the religious, if they are on the platform, listen to us, they should take this very serious. It's very important. You cannot just leave your job and things like that and feel like, oh, God will do it. God will not do anything. You have to do it yourself. So let's take God out of the equation. I asked a question, but that will be next week. I just want to put that across. I said, in Ghana, what is the first thing that we believe in our we believe in our culture or religion? And most people are saying, I mean, it's still good. The debate is still going on. People are saying religion, because religion and things like that. Some people are saying culture, and I asked why, and they made a very concrete point. That's saying that our culture is our religion. Actually, when you look at it very well, our culture should be our religion, because there are certain things that we do, but that will be another topic that we'll talk about it later, because our time is just we have about next 15 minutes to wrap it up. There is this video that is trending. I mean, our producer just brought it in. There's this young boy who, I mean, what really happened? I don't know.
So
I think
this young boy was killed by two teenagers, one 18, one 19. And the guy that is killed is actually 10 years. Okay. This thing happened this morning in Kasua. Their whole mentality is to kill this guy, bury this guy, and dig him up tomorrow and take him to Volta region or wherever that is for Malambia or Amofa human parts, Embra, for rituals. So right after, and you see, the sad story is Black. These two guys that actually did this crazy thing to this little guy or this little boy, right? It's a friend, or they are the guy's friend. And according to the guy's mother, you know, they are familiar people, they are like friends, you know, the mother feeds them and all that. And you know, they kind of lure this guy or this little boy into an uncompleted building. And almost fast a pickaxe or whatever. And almost this shit team, so that this kid will die. They'll bury him, and then tomorrow they will dig him up and then take the body parts to where whoever is asking for. This is one of the saddest thing I have seen.
Let's watch the video, and then
Right.
let's watch the video first. I have 2 videos here, and then we'll watch both videos. But let's watch the video, then we'll speak our mind.
Why they go kill this? What they do you? They take a block for eternity. He didn't take money past me. He didn't take money past me.
Obia wo ba hwe na ati na be ku satan we. Na wo small boy aba be kunu so de ne ko diskaduro. Ye ho ministry man ye fa akuka kura ho. Na ni fejo. Dimine ni fejo ni kwa na we kite da da. Ya bo da to ni se. Afo Asa mi ho ma ba face man.
Wow.
Very sad. Very sad. Very, very sad.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. You see what I'm talking about? What I said earlier. Say.
Yep.
These celebrities are on more bigger platforms, or more bigger followers now. They should start using their platform to educate these young ones, because they follow them. Almost say, this is the life. Obi trek cars, obi trek house, obi trek swimming pool, obi trek say. I mean, what you see on social media is not. I don't even know what to say. It's sad, but I believe say this. Most of the celebrities know they should use their platform to educate these young ones. I'm telling you, because they follow them, they see what they are doing, driving Porsche cars and things like that. No, they feel say they want to do the same thing. Wow, and you know, and they are semi breeze. This type of issues, I don't know, because Obiaka say, oh, the parents have to do this. But remember, say, as a parent, your time with your Obano, a whole day, your time with your Obani maybe 4 or 5 hours. Maybe can do. I don't know about Ghana, but America, I know. Your time with your kid. Say, free school, I mean, the time you spend with your kid, no, is about 2-3 hours. Spend not adjust and and you know that 2-3 hours, no, what part can you do what a parent does, right? But most of the time, it's media, no, and any TV needs and educated in Kuala Namai. And you know, I'm pleading to all these media gurus, celebrities, they should take that you know, into consideration to preach for the young ones that are coming, because Oman, yes, we'll be seeing a lot of things like that for real.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And also to add up, you know, just like you said, you know, parents don't actually have, you know, enough time, especially when it comes to America, because a mother will be coming in, a father will be going out, you know, it's just like that, you know. So what we can do in this situation is actually to watch, you know, how our kids use their social media. You know, we're not saying maybe I restrict your kids from, you know, social media, or don't give them phones, or don't give them access to internet. However, I know that now there are so many apps your kid will have a phone, but you can restrict your kid on what to do and what not to do. Or you can also take the phone and go through your kid's phone and know who your kid is interacting with and all that. I'm talking about America, as Black, you said. And in Ghana also, no, just like you said, our celebrities that have bigger platform. I know, sir, a lot of people have phones though, but TV is what they watch most, and those who have phones also use internet as well. And the little time you have, no, just watch your kid. The celebrities, like you said, should also, put words out there to motivate this kid, teach them what is right. And again, if you know, say, don't try to let it be out there, say, oh, because again, you have followers. Some celebrities have 2 million, 3 million followers, and most of these followers probably is 18, between the ages of 18 and 20. So we have to know what we are teaching these kids, and we have to know, say, the actual is what is right. So I think I agree with you on that part. Parents, the little time you have, try to inspect or check your kids, and celebrities try to put good things out there so that these kids will follow. I think that is what I also have to add up as well. Yep.
Yeah, I am on. I mean, the woman, I think, Akrana Yokunu ni mami ba out. And so let's listen to what the mother's saying, and then we'll wrap the show up. But I mean, we'll say our last words, and then we'll go from there. And this is what the mother came out to say.
Adiche bi a mo kɔ makaranta Saturdays mo kɔ makaranta ba yɛ papa ba hache ɛna no one de bia in the 1 week ni de bia na odi phone na frɛ no de dida bɛ na ɔbɛba ti ni papa bɛ du bɛ sisi ya ti wodu yɛ na yɛ no yɛ 18 na nyina yɛ no mu yɛ ti yɛ no mu yɛ na me da fam hɔ ne papa nso akɔdem na ɔno nso akɔyi ni laptop abesi hɔ a ɔbɔ ni game nti mi nda no mu anda di afa me ti mi da wa na ma ho sɛ ni sister pani di mirika ba ma me say sorry akumi Ishmael me say Ishmael ben what say Ishmael let me see dey bi so da hɔ no mu bo game o see dey bi o ya kum no dem bi mu bra na me bepu ye me kɔ on sa so ɔmo mpani me kɔ on sa so ɔmo mpani nti area boys na edi free police fo na agye edi ne kɔ ye me hu ye ti me stand me nim ne asi aba nim ne aba nim ne aba nim ne aba nim ne aba.
Wow. This is very sad. I mean, this is very sad.
Right now.
This is very sad.
I'm not even from the first part, trying to give my views and all that. I didn't even know what to say because it's just unimaginable what is going on around. I mean, Black, you are. I know you are older than me. You are old. You are matured. In your time, at this age, and Kolawe to said your motier 18 and 19. In your time, would you be seeing things like this in your time? Like just I don't even know what this world is turning into. But
me won't be that. I mean, me won't be that. To be honest, I mean, you're talking about 18 and 19-year-old teenagers, and to have a plan to kill somebody for rituals and making money and things like that. No, me won't be that. I mean, growing up, no, me won't be that. My won't be that. Like I said, social media and the social media, the way people are fake on social media, in Yamano. In Kolani, they are not much. In Pennyphone Krabi, they are not matured. I mean, sad, very sad, very sad. So with these kids, what are they? Right now, they'll go to jail and then that's it.
Yeah, so at the age of 18, you are considered an adult. You're matured, depending on Ghana rules, but whatever. I mean, to me, at the age of 18, you are matured. If you have that premeditated idea, for money ritual, you should be able to face your consequences. I don't care whatever anybody says, but at this point, I feel like even if they were in America, they would have faced the death row. Because at the age of 18, now to me, I don't even know what to say. What do you mean?
I know, Miss Rokra, and I say, We have to be
crazy.
this very tells parents we have to be more closer to our kids more.
Yeah.
I mean, we should be more protective. But the point is, I said the way we know in 10 years and 11 years and visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, on shit and now only 24 now 19 20 19 18 on my dad and on my kono ninyama. But
right.
we have to be parents have to be a little bit more protective to their kids than just living. But Ghana no, maybe actually they are living in the compound house and not bisa. There's I mean I don't know what to say. It's sad. It's sad. And this
Very,
incident
very
just
sad.
happened today, this morning.
Yep.
And, you know,
Yep.
let's see how the story will unfold and things like that. You know,
yeah.
I mean,
I think
our
so
time
too.
is
They should
just
change
we
the
have
law.
about 2 minutes to go. So,
Yeah.
let's give us your last word and then tell us. You didn't tell us about your the product.
Oh yeah. Okay, so to go into my my last words, with this particular story, I think these two guys have to face the music. They need to face the Lord. My yet to say Ghana for and so omususa omunim de omoye, they know what they are doing. Every law, every consequences be adults will face. These kids should face the same thing. They are not even kids. 18 and 19, you are not kids. So every consequences be a opinion or opinion or
they should face it too.
They have to give it to this kid. And I'm gonna follow this story to next week. Ever heard their Omudia Kwakodu? So we will really follow this story, but they need to face anything they deserve to face. They need to face it. Again, my social media handles, if you go there, I'm going to post actually the business link, so you can go there and order your energy drink. So we have different types of energy drink. Like I showed you, I just finished my second can. I was drinking prior to the show. We have other female products like makeup. We have lipsticks that we order. We have feminine cream. Especially your stomach part, it becomes a little loose. We lose elasticity. It's it's a feminine cream that you can apply twice a day. I've been using it, which I'll be sharing my videos on my YouTube page, which I will give you the link right here. I will say the handles, and then you can follow as well. We have carb blockers, so we have pills that actually block carbs. It's I think it blocks up to 500 carbs a day. And all these products are organic. Yeah, well, organic toothpaste where you can actually buy. It's very affordable. That you can buy and use. All our products are organic. And because are chemicals, we have shakes, we have a lot of things. So without much ado, my Instagram handle is _cutie queen. So is IS and then _ and then cutie is spelled CUTTY, and then you add queen to it, of course, which is QUEEN. So is _cutie queen. Underneath my bio, I will leave the link to my website where you can go and have a look at all these amazing products that we have. Also, on YouTube, or if you want to follow us on YouTube, which I'll be posting videos, showing you my weight loss products, showing you what I do, my skin plugs, I'll show a lot of things there. When you go to YouTube, I have two YouTubes. One is Chats with Queen, which will be talking about relationship, life story, marriages, those who are married. Black is married, amazing wife, amazing person. Black will come and share his ideas there, how marriage is going, how he's able to sustain his marriage. They are my favorite couples. I look up to them. Empress, which is the wife, amazing woman. I have to talk to her about how he's able to keep Black, because I know my brother Black is there, so how Empress is able to keep him and all that, keep him looking, my brother Black, they'll pay dress, why they choosing entire man, all that, which I know the woman is behind all that, we'll talk about that. On YouTube, no, it's Chat with Queen. And when it comes to trending issues, some of these videos will just take, a little excerpt near the atoll for you to go and watch. You will get all the full video like you are watching. No, you get the full video on Trend, Africa TV on YouTube. But the little, excerpt portions, no, you will get it on Cuties TV. So Cutie is spelled CUTTY apostrophe S TV on YouTube. So we put that there. And the same place, so no other trending videos that we are not able to talk about here, we will put it there for you to go and watch it. I know it's a lot of information. We will leave it on our page on Facebook, so you can go ahead and refer to it again. It's a lot of information, but we'll make sure that you get it. Don't worry, you'll get it. Again, my last word, and I always say every week, and that is what I end with every week: be true to yourself, be good, be in your lane. If you don't have it, don't rush for it. If you have it, enjoy it. Cut your coat according to your size. Don't rush for anything. Don't follow anybody because you don't know whether they are lying or they are telling you the truth. Be yourself and be true to yourself. Without much ado, I just want to say a very big thank you to our CEO, which is the wife, and we call her Empress as well, for giving us all this opportunity. I know she's sitting down there. Yeah, we are correcting. They're wrong. They are wrong. We appreciate her so much. We love her so much. I've seen her watching it, and all I want to say is God bless her, and she should stay beautiful.
All right, people. Kid Queen account now. We'll just I will just put our social media handles out there so that you can follow, like, and then subscribe to our channels. We're on YouTube, that is Trend Africa TV. Facebook, that is Trend Africa TV. Instagram, Twitter, that is Trend Africa TV. Follow us. Let's make it one big family. Next week, same time, 1 to 4 o'clock, we'll bring you MaKaaMaKa. Bye-bye for now.
Hi, my name is MaKaaMaKa, the rap dancer, and I have something to tell you. When you need a doctor, you mustn't go anywhere. All you have to do is to call Mobile Doctor. They will send a doctor to your home, send a fleb to come and take your blood sample.
I will authorize the pharmacist to bring the medication to your home. Don't go anywhere. Mobile doctors will bring everything.
It's the creator.
MaKaaMaKa. Royal Black says the Abba. MaKaaMaKa. Entertainment and sports. MaKaaMaKa.